now the national anthem of Nigeria.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody once again here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium, and we're back in the action this afternoon. It's the ILT20 Continental Cup Match Day 4, game number 8 between Botswana and Nigeria. Earlier on at the toss, Nigeria winning the toss and opting to bat first.
Welcome to Match Day 4, game number 8 of the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. The fixture today is Botswana taking on the Yellow Greens Team Nigeria. Here with me are the two captains, Karabo Motlaka for Botswana, Sylvester Okpe, the captain of Team Nigeria, and our match referee, Emmanuel Dube from Zimbabwe. Karabo being the home side would do the flip. Heads is the call. Heads it is. Happy birthday first of all, Captain. You've won the toss. What are you going to do and why?
Thank you very much. We're choosing to bat first. Looking at the conditions and how the pitch played in the morning, it's a good time for us to get enough runs up earlier on.
Yesterday you came close to upsetting Team Uganda. What total are you looking to set today?
To maximum. There's no specific target, but get as much as we can will be a good score for us.
Have you made any changes?
No changes.
Okay, wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Karabo, you lost the toss. Did you go in your favor as well?
No, not at all. We also wanted to have a bet today.
This be the day where you break the shackles and get your first win.
Of course, at this point, we've taken our beatings and we feel like we have not too much more to lose. So we've encouraged the guys to really go out there and express themselves.
Have you made any changes?
No, same team as yesterday.
All the best.
Thank you.
And the news coming out here in the middle is Team Nigeria have won the toss and they have decided to have a bat first.
So that was the toss out in the middle. And here we have the Team Nigeria. Starting off with the two openers, Suleiman Runsewe and Salim Salau. The bowler, Isaac Dunladi, Sylvester Ogpe. The skipper, Isaac Ogpe, the brother, Prosper Usaini, Vincent Adewoye, Ridwan Karim, Oleinka Olale, Abdul Mumuni, and here is Team Botswana. We've got Monroe Castleman, Karabo Mutlanka, the skipper, Vino Balakrishna, Tarindu Pereira, Valentin Bazo, Tatayone, Famelo Silas, Katlo Pate, Maloki Muketsi, Alfred, and Boemo Kumalo. That will be the starting 11 for Botswana this afternoon. I'm Zaid Khan, and in the commentary box I'll be joined by Davis Karashani, my partner. Welcome to the game this afternoon, Davis.
Thank you very much, Zahid. Fantastic conditions here. You would say the sun is out at the Gahanga Cricket Stadium for match number 8 on match day number 4 of the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. Two teams that obviously were not able to pick up victories yesterday are up against each other. But Nigeria obviously have some bit of momentum. The fact that they were feel yesterday they did not do anything wrong. Their only crime was simply being victims to Chauta Cosmas's brilliance yesterday. But otherwise the Nigerian side have looked extremely dangerous. This is a repeat of that final that happened a couple of days ago in Abuja, where yet again Nigeria got the better of Botswana. Botswana yet to pick up a victory in the tournament. They'll be hoping today and this particular afternoon is the day they finally get 2 points on the table.
Second time around, they get to face each other. Nigeria having the upper hand, winning the first game they faced each other in this competition. Botswana will have a few things to correct and get back this time around. Starting the bowling attack from the airport end is going to be Alfred, and the opening pair, Suleiman and Selim. Being a new surface, it's a very interesting call by the Nigerian skipper, winning the toss and opting to bat first.
Obviously different from the morning game itself. Didier, the Rwandan captain opening, decided to actually bowl even after winning the toss. You might have thought the fact that they managed to chase down runs yesterday against Botswana, that must have played a bit of a factor in the decision that they made. This time round, Nigeria yet again, they won the toss yesterday, batted first, got runs on board, and they nearly picked up that big scalp against Uganda. They've so far gone 7 games in a row without beating Uganda, but they would have felt that yesterday they came pretty close. They'll take a lot of positives from it. But regardless whether it is a new belt, I think for me, right from morning, looked like a decent wicket. Slightly too paced, you would say. But the outfield is dry. Nigeria have a very, very strong bowling attack, so they'll feel if they can get anything close to that 140, 150 mark, they should have enough to defend against Botswana.
Very, very well said there. As we get ready for ball number 1. He is charging in. Starts off with a beautiful drive, and that will race to the boundary in no time. Starts off with a boundary. Is Suleiman. Aggression from ball number 1.
Warm-up delivery there from Alfred Komisang. Guilty of bowling that too full. Right into the hitting arc of Rusewe. A man who's been in form just leans into that one. Crisp drive through the covers for 4 runs.
Oh, gets a thick outside edge. Goes past first slip. Excellent effort in the deep there. Saves valuable runs for his side.
Great work down there, third man by Tarindu Pereira. That's the kind of support obviously Alfred will be looking and hoping for. The bowlers will feel if they can get support from their fielders. Botswana have been guilty for putting down some easy chances, you'd say.
Once again goes for the drive, up and over. Busy man is Pereira in that region this afternoon. Always a handy fielder for Team Botswana. Does plenty of work in the field, Pereira. All-round performance we've seen throughout this tournament by Pereira.
I think that just goes yet again to show you just how much cricket has evolved. 10, 20 years ago, the fielding positions of third man and fine leg were traditionally kept to fast bowlers, the lesser competent fielders. Very well struck yet again. Handsomely leans into that one. Runsawe is enjoying himself, you would say. Full delivery. So well driven down the ground. 4 runs to that particular total. It is 12 for no loss after 4 balls.
Yeah, turning out to be a big over up front. Just crunches that. Milking it down the ground for 4. Excellent looking on drive.
Yes, Zaid, as we were talking about that fielding position at third man, it's now being taken as it's an attacking option because A lot of batters like to play that up and over cut. So that fielder third man needs to be agile.
Yeah, and a very, very rare leave we see. Not often do we see leaves in the shorter format of the game, but on that occasion, Suleiman allows the delivery to go past unharmed, unbothered.
First dot ball in this match comes on the 5th delivery.
It's such a nice positive intent by the Nigerian batsmen here, especially if they're looking for that 150 plus mark. They've got to start early, trying to make use of the power play here. Back a punch early on. Much slower delivery through the air this time, and that will be the end of the first over. 12 runs on board for no loss. Team Nigeria. The Jackets have come on here in the commentary box as there's a cold breeze across the field and into the commentary box straight on. As we move into the second over, we've got Boemo coming in from the pavilion end. Starting off with two pace bowlers is Team Botswana. Will be interesting to see what sort of approach Boemo has, as his partner at the other end started a bit heavy.
Bomo Kumalo for me yesterday started off pretty well. His first two overs were decent, bowled at decent pace, troubled the batters a bit. And he starts off in that kind of vein, you would say, hitting that hard length.
Excellent delivery to begin with, not giving much time and room to the batsman to open up to. And the hard length that you talk about, not easy for the batsman, caught in two minds, ends up being defensive.
And Botswana persists with the conventional field set of a third man and a fine leg down the boundary.
And a full toss would have hit that anywhere. Chance of a run out and misses it. Castleman had 3 stumps to aim at. Misses all of them. Would have seen the back of Suleiman on that occasion.
Half chance gone begging. Botswana would have liked to see the back of at least one of these gentlemen. Very destructive opening pair for Nigeria. They were the leading run scorers in that T20 World Cup qualifier in Abuja, tournament that was won by the Yellow Greens.
Just a defensive block there. But the pace of Boemo allowing the ball to bounce off the willow and almost opted for a run. His partner says no thank you. No need to pick that risky single. Decent over so far. Good looking punch there. No run taken. Back-to-back dots. Botswana would really be appreciating that, especially the way the first over ended.
Very good to see fast bowlers actually being able to field off their own bowling. Used to be a rare sight 20 years ago, but the modern game has evolved that any bit of contribution will be taken by the team.
What a catch! It's caught at covers. Smash that and the celebration dance comes out. Jersey number 54. Catlo Pate takes a stunner. Just got glued into his arms there. Soft palms, soft catch. Made it look so easy. It was really traveling.
Look at the replay there. Full delivery. Rousseau threw everything at it, but it found a very competent waiting quadruped there and covers. Made light work of that one, but that, I'm telling you, was really crisply hit. A lot of venom and power behind it. And Botswana will be very happy with that work. To see the back of Rousseau, they will know that they have drawn first blood, and an important person to send back to the hut.
Yeah, those are the sort of efforts in the field that a batsman looks at and just gives it a nod as he walks back into the dugout. Breakthrough comes for Team Botswana. One more delivery left. Buemo picks his first. New man in. Olainka will be joining Salim. Driven, and what an effort once again. It's hard to beat that man through the covers. Catlo Pate putting on a show in the field. As we come to the end of the second over, it's 14 for the loss of 1.
And at 14 for 1 after 2, Botswana will be very happy with those first 2 overs. More interestingly for me is that it's very good to see Olayinka walking at a 1 drop. We did see that yesterday, because of the good start that the Nigerians did have, they sent Olayinka much lower in the order.
Smokes that past the bowler. That will race away to the boundary ropes in no time. Short of authority there, Olainka.
Looking at that replay, very full delivery. Olainka muscles that down the ground. Easy pickings for him. As I was saying, yesterday he was sent down the order. I thought Nigeria were guilty for trying to go too hard, too early. Of course, they were trying to get as many runs against Uganda. But that particular move did not pay off. More often than not, it does pay off. That day was not yesterday. But he gets to bat at his traditional 1 drop. And so far, he's already cruising. You would say 5 off 2. Remember that in the first game against Botswana, he's one of those as well that changed the momentum of that particular game. Nigeria had found themselves at 55 after 10 overs at that halfway stage of the inning. Looking at that replay, full delivery, and he throws everything at that. Hits it to the safest area on the cricket field, the screen itself. The ball, we're still waiting to retrieve that ball. Hence the break. But as I was saying, the last time round, Olayinka was part of a partnership alongside Isaac Danladi. A partnership that brought momentum back into Nigeria's favor. And Nigeria in that particular fixture managed to score 130 runs off 10 overs. It is good batting conditions here. The sun is out. A little bit of a breeze blowing, you'd say, across the ground. But the Nigerian batters will not be phased by that. They will believe in their abilities.
Yeah, just the lengths that the Botswana bowlers have got to be careful of. A bit too full and you'd get attacked. A bit too short, you get pulled. It's the aggressive nature of the game T20, full of entertainment. That is what this ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode is all about. Entertainment. Pure action. Had to look for a new ball there, as that one will be looked after. Here we go once again. Keeps it on the ground, drop and run. Chance of a run out, and a direct hit has been missed. The cover was excellent there. Expected the throw to come his end, and it did. And they keep it down to just one.
Good running, you would say, from the batters. But they should be able to know that Pumelo Silas is one of the better fielders in this Botswana side. And he is patrolling that point region. Very well ball yet again from Alfred. I think that's the better length for him to hit. That back of a length, hard length. It's clearly brought him a lot more reward, unlike when he tries to bowl too full. Too full has allowed the batters to simply lean into it and drive it down the ground. And after delivering nine deliveries, he should be able to tell and assess the wicket very quickly.
And that will be given as a wide. Trying to keep it away from the arc of Salim. Gives away an extra.
Just how long do you think Karaba will keep himself at sleep? Ball doesn't seem to be moving much. And the lengths that Alfred is bowling him, it want to consider getting himself in front of the bat.
In the air. Has it gone the distance? Yes, it has. And that will be the first maximum of this innings. High and handsome. Offered the width, the length.
Looking at that replay, full delivery, throws the kitchen sink at it. More importantly, hit it, got height, and let the wind do the rest. The wind just simply blew it over that boundary for the first maximum of the Nigerian inning. Alfred here is struggling, you would say, bowling a bit too full for my liking.
Yeah, just 1.4 overs so far, and he's already given away 24 runs. Being a bit expensive here. Nigerian batsmen being aggressive to anything full bowled at them.
Drop and run. Unable to get through. Muller fielding at that mid-wicket region. He's alive to reach that threat. Keeps it to nothing.
Yeah, just the nature of the short hard hands, allowing the ball to reach to the fielder much quicker than he would have liked it to. Not allowing them to pick up a single. Excellent fielding.
Short and wide delivery with Thonofa. The batter Salum makes the most of it. There is a vacant gap there at extra cover, and with that boundary brings an end to the third. Nigeria 30 for 1.
There you see the short and wide, and Nigerian batsmen would love to face those as they crunch that one for a boundary. 4 more.
Bama Kumalo will continue to operate from the pavilion end. Not as much width for Olayanka to work with. Bama Kumalo continues to bowl pretty well, you would say, in his first spell. Consider just 2 runs in his first over. Bowling at decent pace. Karabo rightly so, keeping that slip fielder there himself. He'll be hoping if he can nick off one of these batters and try and get into that Nigerian mid order quickly. Full width on offer. The batter goes over the infield, picks up 4 runs. Something to think about for me. The Nigerians are very, very strong outside off stump. To be something think about bringing that fine leg fielder. There it is. Full delivery, width and offer. Goes up and over. Bringing the that fine leg fielder and send the extra cover down.
Yeah, using the pace really well. Opening the face. Now they put a fielder, a deep extra cover. Exactly where the ball went for a boundary. Oh, beautiful looking shot. That one bounce for 4 over covers. Olayanka into the act here. The brilliance of the shot. Back-to-back boundaries for Team Nigeria.
With an offer yet again. Got right under that one. Continues to go right over the infield. My oh my, beautiful shot. One for the cameras.
I would love to watch that all day, every day. Beautiful looking lofted cover drive. And then follows it up with a quick single. Good cricket.
Yeah, but you can tell what obviously Bumelo Kumalo is trying to do there. He's recognized that the batters are literally throwing the kitchen sink at everything that is full. Draws his length back. Much better length. That hard length will obviously ask questions of batters, but will also keep things quiet.
It's a bit risky bowling the fuller delivery when the ball isn't doing much off the surface. And a wide it is. Results of being struck for boundaries, playing with the mind of the bowler. Pressure on for Team Botswana here.
Balls are a bit too straight. That's adjudged wide, goes down the leg side. Say a case of perhaps overcompensation. Having paid the price for bowling width, this time tries to bowl too straight and strays down.
Just dabs that defensively. No run taken. Something that Team Botswana would like to see more of. Cool weather this afternoon here at Gahanga, but nothing cool about this game. Extremely hot it is between the two sides. Deft touch there, just dabs it down to third man. Chance of a run out. Oh, the sharp throw not being sharp enough. Nearly had his man. End of the 4th over. It's 41 for the loss of 1. Team Nigeria.
And with Nigeria cruising at just over 10 runs and over in the first 4 overs, Karabo Modlanka is forced to bring in his left-arm orthodox spinner. He's obviously kept an eye on how proceedings have been going throughout this tournament. The left-arm orthodox spinners have been not just the leading wicket takers, but they have managed to keep things quiet for their teams. Looking at Alpesh from Jani, Henry Senyondo, Nadir, Mohamed Foranda. Mullah needs to pick himself up.
Waits on it, but finds the fielder at point. Trying to slow things down here. And the bottom edge to it. Dropped there by the keeper.
Chance created. The chance they were looking for, you can clearly tell. But unfortunately, Volatile Mbazo doesn't keep that to hand. Salau gets a chance. There is a field change. The deep mid wicket comes into the ring, and the extra cover goes out.
Plays it square of the wicket there through extra cover. Beg your pardon, deep point over there coming into play as they rotate the strike for a single. Again, the aggression has been a bit paused against the spinners. No run taken, back to the bowler. Spin being effective here.
Much better line for me, for my liking, is that he's bowling much straighter.
And knocks him over. Straight. And through the defenses of Olainka, who was on 15 of 8 deliveries. Botswana picked their second wicket.
There it is. We have seen right through the tournament the left-arm spinners that have continued to bowl as straight as possible, use the arm balls attacking those 3 stumps, have been the most successful. And Mullah does exactly that to clean Olainka up.
Olainka on that occasion feeling the pressure of the dotted deliveries early on. Tries to go hard at it, has a wild swing and misses it altogether. Has to pay the price with his wicket. Maloki picks his first. Final delivery of the over left. New man in is Isaac Danladi.
Good change there by Karabo Modlanka, recognizing the threat the Nigerians were having obviously against his medium pacers. Calls in his most experienced spinner, and Mullah delivers, gets that much needed breakthrough. But in walks Isaac Danladi. He did make the difference in the first game between these two teams, but he will be up against Mullah.
Still early in the game here, just 5 overs of play. The score is 43 for the loss of 2.
And there is a bowling change from the pavilion end. Bama Kumalo takes a break. And the experienced Tata Warnet has been asked to bring all his experience at this particular stage, as it is the final over of the power play. We didn't see him bowl yesterday. But Tatayone will be hoping to continue the fine work that Muller has done from the other end. Isaac Danladi, in my opinion, seems to like to score his runs very quickly. It's very quick out of the blocks. Chance in the air. Doesn't get to the waiting fielder down. They scamper through for a second. And they make it home cleanly.
Yeah, misses out on half a chance there. Castleman was having a go at it. And a fumble allows them to come back for a double. Drop and run. Has been sent back by his partner. The fielders in the circle have to be on their toes against batsmen like this trying to pick up quick singles here. Goes hard, goes down the ground, and that will be a boundary. It was a boundary the moment it left his bat.
You can see that sense of disappointment from Titi, especially because the field that is set is there is a long off and an extra cover. But Danladi, being smart enough and going the other way around, hits it to the onside that is vacant, gets full use of that one right in the mitt.
Yeah, and that has hit the brick wall hard. Just having a look at the ball is the on-field umpire, Christian. Square of the wicket beats one man, not the man in the deep. They'll pick up 2 runs comfortably here.
As I said, Isaac Danladi likes to go after the bowling. He's not one to easily be bogged down. Likes to keep the ball ticking. He's already picked up a boundary in this over.
And most of the deliveries by Tatayone just sitting up just in the arc. Once again, a gentle push and they pick up a quick single. Making it so easy, making it look so easy at the moment is this pair. And continuing the flow of momentum that they began with from ball number 1.
Another one delivery to get out of the power play. At this particular stage, you'll feel like Nigeria will be the happy of the two sides at 52 for 2. They'll know that they've had a bullet start. And based on how deep they bat and how strong they do bat in that mid-order, you reckon they shouldn't be looking at anything below that 160, 170 mark.
Yeah, definitely. The way they got started here, despite losing 2 wickets, that's the only downside to the power play for Team Nigeria. Tries to keep it on the ground there, no run taken. End of the power play, 6 overs have gone by. It's 52 for the loss of 2. Team Nigeria. As Tatayone ends his first over with 9 runs being provided. Maloki will be coming back into the attack. He's picked up a wicket already in his first over. And the skipper wants to bring him back.
Well, Moloki Moketse has already been very successful in this particular game. picking up that wicket.
Driven down the ground. And they'll settle for a single there. Coming back to your point, Davis.
Moleki will know that the big wicket for Botswana to pick is that of Isaac Danladi. If they can see the back of him quickly, they'll know that they would have penetrated that Nigerian mid-order. As Isaac does not only stay on the wicket, but he scores his runs very quickly. He can be dangerous. You'd imagine if he faces 20 balls, he can very easily be on 20. On 40 runs, and that's very well hit. Pierces that gap there at extra cover. Right over the field, it covers. Very well struck. Passing on width.
Very well struck indeed. Goes up and over. Knew exactly where he wanted to place that particular shot. In full control. Lovely flow of the bat. And just enough power to get to the boundary ropes there for 4. The assault continues by Team Nigeria. Dabs that to short fine leg. And a quick single. Good side of Team Nigeria this afternoon is after picking up the boundaries, they do opt for those quick singles, keeping the scoreboard ticking here.
Generally, one of the things I've seen about this Nigerian unit is they look to be very busy in this middle phase between overs number 7 to 14. Their dot ball percentage generally is very low because they run very hard in the between them, those wickets. But they also look to try and make as many runs as possible off the resources of balls. And there is a slip down there, but the ball has enough to run over the rope. Another boundary. Mula is guilty there of bowling some width, and Isaac Danlali pounces.
Yeah, just a quick shuffle of the feet there and the placement. Just beating the man at point. Beautiful looking shot that. And he got full value of 4 out of it. Second boundary of the over. Final delivery to go by Maloki. 10 runs coming off this over already. A quick single right after that boundary. 7 overs done here. It's 63 for the loss of 2, as we're going to have a change in the commentary box as we take a short break.
$63 for 2 after 7. Moving at 9 runs and over is the Yellow Greens. You'd feel they're moving at a very good rate despite losing those 2 wickets. As we see Tatayoni coming in to ball his second over from the pavilion end. Up against Isaac Danladi and Selim Salau. Moving slowly and steady at the moment. Trying to put on, of course, a considerable partnership in between. The outfield is being electric for the Nigerians at the moment. I won't be alone here, of course. I will come Mr. Eli, who's been watching from the sidelines. Our lovely shot down the ground, but this time round, there's protection in the deep to cut it off to only 1 run. You've been watching the first 7 overs on the side. You would feel here, Eli, that Nigeria, of course, despite losing 2 wickets, they are moving at a very good rate, of course, after winning the toss and deciding to have a bat first.
That's a good start. 64 for 2. At the end of the power play, they were only 52 for 2. So you lose 2 wickets, 50 runs on the board. It gives you a good platform. Current target will be around the 180 mark. And that's considering the run rate that they're scoring at. That's where it'll take them. But not bad as well for Botswana. You've picked up 2 wickets. Continue on the same trajectory. You might pick up a couple more, put them under pressure. You will be in a much better position towards the latter stages. Just having the presence of mind of taking those opportunities that come to you. Run out opportunities, catches, you know, just the finer touches that Botswana would need to be more and more precise with. They're cutting those singles because that's what's been crucial, especially that was said by Davis Karashani, saying Nigeria are very quick in between the wickets. They are not only looking for boundaries, but they also look to run hard and capitalizing, minimizing that dot ball percentage. Conversion will be important on how they go about things. If you can have the ability to convert a good ball into a run, you're a brilliant batter.
In the air this time round, straight to the fielder at pointer. Tatayone breaks this partnership straight away with an offer. Not enough elevation and timing. Picking that man at point who doesn't make a mess of that one. To pick up the third wicket for Team Botswana. It is a 64 for 3 after 7.4.
An important wicket that they pick up. A wicket of Salim Salau, the opener. So now both openers for Team Nigeria will be back in the dugout. Having a look at that. A tame shot, would say, too lazy. Not full power behind it. Just looking to get a touch on it. Backward point, well placed. And they pick up that wicket of Salim Salau. Not happy. Departs for 18 of 17. Strike rate of 104. Nigeria are now 64 for the loss of 3.
And it's going to be the birthday boy, the captain, Sylvester Okpe joining Isaac Danladi. And again, 3 wickets down, you would feel another partnership that was looking very solid. Had to come to an end, of course, courtesy of Tatayone picking up his first wicket. These two men out there in the middle, the captain and Isaac Danladi, they would feel to have a partnership over. So to make sure they get to that 100 plus, just inside the 14th over, of course with the firepower of Isaac Okpe still out there padded. Ridwan, Prosper Useni, you'd feel they will get to that 150 plus.
That'll be important if they can just have the presence of mind to bet deep. Then Nigeria can be able to get there. But however, what I'm feeling right here is that Botswana on top of things. They're picking up wickets regularly because it's only at the end of the power play they don't lost 2. Now just an over or 2 after, and they lose another one. And so it's these little stops by picking up wickets, and that'll be crucial for Botswana just to slow down the scoring rate of Nigeria. Booming drive straight down, just keeps it to 1. Great arm extension by Tatayone Tose. He had one hit him straight to him by Sylvester Okpe about a few days ago, and he did some evasive action trying to get away from it. But it's 8 overs done. It's 65 for 3.
You see the man, Tarindu Pera, who's been introduced into the attack from the airport end. He's been kept very busy in the field, saving his team. A couple of runs are there at the boundary ropes. But again, right after the power play, you would feel these 15 runs added in the last 2 overs. They're trying to pull things back to their liking is Team Botswana. Of course, after picking that big wicket over Salim Salau. They would love to pile up more pressure. Ball in the right channels. Up against, of course, the base in the business, Sylvester Okpe and Isaac Danladi. Last time round, Sylvester Okpe haunted Team Botswana, making sure they finished on a high. Cut away straight to the fielder at pointer. No run taken. Very good fielder is the young Silas.
Salas, he loves operating in that point region. Don't be fooled by his diminutive figure. Man, he's a very athletic fielder. Good reflexes, quick on his feet. Sylvester Okpe trying to be very clever, sneaky, you would say, hoping he can get a deft touch. He knows that there is no one behind the wicketkeeper. Both fine leg and third are up the circle, and now because of that shot, third man has been sent down to the boundary. Into the deep he goes.
Love the thinking here from Team Botswana, bowling it to slide slightly away from his reach. In the air this time round, who wants it? There's a fielder running towards the ball, and he takes a very good running catch to dismiss, of course, the captain, who wants to depart for his 1 of 5 deliveries. The trick works and he falls for the trap.
Oh, that's a magnificent catch out there by Boemo Kumalo. He takes a brilliant one. Thought was in the arc. Sylvester Okpe, much height into the strong breeze. It holds up, giving Boemo Kumalo enough time to get under it and take a brilliant catch. Nigeria, they're crumbling here. They're bit in a spot of bother. They lose Sylvester Okpe just with 1 run added to the team's total. It'll be 65 for the loss of 3. Just recently, there was 64 for the loss of 3. Now it's 65 for the loss of 4. I beg your pardon.
Very smart there from the captain, Karabo, bringing in the experienced Tarindu Pereira to get rid of the opposition captain. We all know the damage he can possess to the opposition side. You would feel at the moment, of course, after that strong partnership to get them to 50 in the power play. They're pulling back things to their liking is Team Botswana. They've made sure they've picked up 4 big wickets. As you see, this time around, Redouane coming in a little bit earlier.
You know, now we're into the middle order of Team Nigeria. I just get a bit of feeling, I could be wrong, but a bit of complacency from Nigeria, taking Botswana lightly, especially their top order, a team that you've beaten twice, back-to-back wins over them. You think that they wouldn't do any different. Brilliant piece of bowling. No fit movement towards the ball. You end up reaching for it. Not taken away from the brilliant piece of captaincy of Botswana, Matt, and their bowlers, that they're bowling in the right areas, taking full advantage of the mistakes being made by the Nigeria batters. But some of them, there's been a touch of arrogance. You would say, you take your opponents lightly and they come hard at you, and in no time you're really on the back foot. Now you would be worried.
I agree with you there, Eli. When you look at the way they've, yes, the aggressiveness is there and the positivity and the intent of scoring runs. But again, you're going to need a batsman or two to carry on and play those back end of the overs. For the first time, indeed, we are seeing Redouane coming in just inside the 10th over. Shows you how, of course, they've been in a hurry. These are the yellow greens. Change of pace, soft and straight to Silas. Very smart bowling indeed from Tarindu Pereira, knowing that the breeze is blowing from the onside. Bowling it slightly away from their reach on the off stump to, of course, get that late movement, of course, helped by the breeze.
Yeah. Nigeria in a spot of bother. They've lost 3 wickets just for 22 runs. And these are not just any ordinary wickets. We talk of Selim Selau, Olayinke Olaleye, Sylvester Okpe, big names in their lineup. And they're all gone for 22.
And with that dot ball, we come to the end of the 9th over. It is 67 for 4. The current run rate has gone down to 7 runs and over.
9 overs done, 67 for 4. Botswana will be happy if they can continue on the same trajectory of picking up wickets on a regular interval. They have Nigeria really on the back foot here because the people that set the platform have all gone. They got decent starts. When I mean decent starts is that everyone that has come in from Nigeria except for Sylvester Okpe, the birthday boy, they've gotten into double figures. In T20, when you get into double figures, you've had a start. You need to convert it up, push it up to the 20s and the 30s, then you have a good platform. But however, they've not been allowed that room or space to operate like that, which is good by Botswana. Tatayana Tose back into the attack into his third. 1 for 11 so far.
Change of pace, plays it on the back foot, straight to Silas. Run out chance.
Now Silas trying to effect a run out on the dive. The idea was good. The execution will need practice.
Good feel for the young Silas. He was off balance, trying to go for that run out. Very good point there you raise. I would feel that those 4 wickets, as you just mentioned, they got a very good start. But again, we saw earlier in the first game, failing to find batsmen to occupy the crease more. And we all know the longer you stay at the crease, the more runs you get. Very risky there in the communication between the two. That man, Isaac Danladi, is on 17 or 14. He knows his wicket is very key in this particular fixture. How long is the question? Can he occupy that crease?
Yeah, that'll be key. Can he have the decency to understand that he has to be the backbone of this innings? That means he needs to bat longer, take less risks, only go for what he's assured that he will get as a maximum. Only stick to his guns. That's cut away. Gonna be cut by Tarindo Pereira. Just to 2. Good throw. Loving stats. I'll make a comparison of the previous game that these two faced off in the same competition. At the same stage, Nigeria, they were on 51 for the loss of 1 wicket. Today they find themselves 70 for the loss of 4 wickets. Yes, they've upped up the tempo of scoring, but the wickets column also trying to match the rate they're going at.
Change of pace again, soft turn straight to the captain himself. That fumble allowing them to get yet another single. Coming back to that comparison, after the halfway stage of the first game between these two, that's where they switched gears, is the Yellow Greens. But I'll tell you, it's because they had 9 wickets in hand, I beg your pardon, getting to that 130 in the last 10 overs. And this time round, they've made sure Team Botswana picking up 4 big wickets.
Yeah, big wickets indeed. Karim Ridwan, new man there, who's joining Danladi in the middle. He'll also need to play a supportive role, needs not to chew up dot balls, but just rotate the strike. It's a good test for the middle order of Nigeria that are coming under serious stress. Not for the first time, because they were stressed yesterday. This time around, it's Botswana putting them to the test here.
Oh, magnificent numbers there on your screens are from Tatayone, a man who's been leaking runs at the back end of the innings. He's just gone for only 15 from his 2.5, picking up, of course, a wicket. They would love him to finish on a high. A sense of relief for that man, Tatayone. He is a fighter. He never gives up. Coming in, of course, to bowl his last delivery of the 3rd over. Straight down the ground, but there's protection in the deep, looking for the 2nd one. And they will be happy to scamper for only 1 run. It is 73 for 4, already halfway the stage. Moving at 7 runs and over is Team Nigeria. Isaac Danladi on 20 and his partner there, Ridwan, who is on 3.
As we come to the halfway stage, that's the bowling card of Nigeria. 5 bowlers being used. Alfred Koisemang opened up things. He's gone for 2 overs, 28 runs. Boemo Kumal has done 2 for 13, but importantly as a wicket. Moleki Muketsi similarly also as a wicket. Tatayana Tose, the man just finished his 3rd, also as a wicket. And then Tarundi Pereira is bowled 1 over and also as a wicket. That's the key. They've been picking up wickets in regular intervals. And batting card of Nigeria. Decent starts, but no conversion into better figures. That's on the thigh pad, going down leg side.
Starts off, of course, with a nip bagger is Tarindo Pereira. I love the way he variates. He reads the batsman. He will give you 3 outswingers and then he will give you that nip bagger. Bring out, of course, all the experience he possesses.
His experience is being tested here. Man applies his trade in Australia. A lot will be expected of him to bring back Botswana to a good start here. Straighter! Dropped right into his lap. But not able to fully collect that one. And that'll be Alfred Khoisamang. He will drop his head in disappointment.
Was ball in the arc, not enough elevation. You would feel that went very quick to Alfred, but again, these are easy catches. Should be taking those ones, Alfred. We've seen players so far being given a chance and all life and making good use of that opportunity. Change of pace again in the air, beats that fielder at covers on his left side. Is the captain. Run out chance. Direct hit goes missing. Oh, the finger is up. Comedy of errors. And it's going to be the big fish. What a throw in the deeper.
Isaac Danladi found short of his ground this time around. This is what I'm talking about, that Botswana. They do have the upper hand. They're picking up wickets. The pressure of just giving them singles is telling they are pushing for a second. Danladi thought he had the legs, thought he had the wheels, but this time around, not quick enough. It was in the gap, beautifully hitting the covers, but the throw was very good enough. Directly onto the stumps. Good take by Valentine Bazo. Never in the frame was Danladi. Simple job to do. He has to depart. This will be the wicket that will turn things by a huge angle into Botswana's favour. Danladi goes for 21 from 17. Nigeria now will be 74 for the loss of 5 wickets.
It's the big lad there, Isaac Okpe, joining the young Ridwan. You would feel after, of course, being dropped by Alfred. And necessarily running between the wickets from the experienced Danladi Isaac, knowing that his wicket was very key in this particular innings to make sure if they can get to something they can fight for with the ball. But I'll tell you, boy, oh boy, Team Botswana have come out with a very good intent, trying to break the shackles and get their first win in the ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode. He gets off the mark straight away, is Isaac Okpe.
Now this is setting up to be another interesting game, I tell you. 75 for the loss of 5. Just after, when I mean just after, it's 4 deliveries after the halfway mark. Nigeria well pinned to the wall here. Can Botswana push that dagger even a little deeper to slow them down and get them out for what will be under 150 here? Quick single taken, that's good running.
Very good running indeed. But again, you would love to see these two new batsmen at the crease taking it around the corner, trying and get to that 7 runs and over. Push it to the 16th over, and then with the likes of Prosper Useni back there into the dugout, already padded, you feel you would stand a chance of getting to that 150. Of course, with the long levers of Isaac Okpe, who's been given another role to try and stabilize the innings.
And that'll be wide. For Nigeria right now, it'll take a lot. When I mean a lot, for their players, Kiri, Ridwan and Isaac Okpe, just to slow down things and say we need to regroup. I mean, look at that one going leg side. They regroup. how they score, what areas they target. Key will be that statement that you just say, that they look for the singles, then maybe one boundary ball per over. Get to score at least 7 or 8 and over, and they'll be fine. But if they do decide to go helter-skelter like they normally do, it'll be to their perish. Lovely, lovely from Tyrion Pereira, tempting him to go for that big booming drive to end the over. And 77 for 5 after 11. Searching for their first win is Botswana. And they will want to slow things down here. Tatana Tose will be changed for Katlo Pete, a left arm spinner. Bowling to Kareem Reader one. Botswana won't mind giving singles. They know that it's not the norm for Nigeria. Oh, quick one. They understand that it's a new surface. When I mean a new surface, we're playing on a new strip. The ball won't grip, it will slide or skid on. That's why that one was quicker on Reader one.
Rocks back on the back foot, but there is protection now. Tarindo Pereira to carry it off to only 1 run. I have the fact that the captain, Karabo Motlaka, today, he's been outstanding in his movements, adjusting his bowlers. For the first time, we're seeing Katlo Plate coming in the 12th over. Normally, who comes in right after the power play? You would feel his 4 overs moving forward are going to be very key to see if they can slow down the run rate.
It'll be very important how they go about things from here. Tucked away, just the one. And they think about the 2 and they don't go for it.
That one drifting into the pads a little bit quicker. I love the way he's bowling straighter. You miss, he hits, not allowing them to free their arms. No room whatsoever from Katlo Pate as he brings in a field at that mid-wicket region to cut off, of course, those singles.
Wicket to wicket. Not tossing it up like Henry Sunyondo, but just bowling it flatter. And it's still working for him. Only 2 runs given away so far. Looking to work in leg side. And a fielder well placed there. And this is good. Good captaincy. It's an attacking field, plugging in the holes for singles.
Absolutely top notch there from Karabo Motlaka. Shot on that occasion, pulled away, pulled powerfully. Tarindu Pereira can play second fiddle. It is a maximum, much needed maximum from the young Ridwan.
Well, while we were singing praises of Katlo Pete, he pitches up a short one, dishes a seater, and it's clean to the maximum. And 6 runs, better way to end the over for Nigeria. They'll be on 85 for 5 after 12.
More spin coming in from the airport end. Moloki, after picking up 1 wicket for his 13 runs in his 2 overs. They will be hitting into the breezer. Very smart again from Karabo Motlaka. These 2. He has protection, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and a long on fielder. He doesn't mind Isaac Ope taking him on the onside. Oh, very good fielding of his own bowling. It shows you how eager they are to get that first win. This team Botswana.
Yeah, it's good fielding of your own bowling. As a spinner, that is a must for you, especially in T20 nowadays. Because you are in that position, you try and cut off those singles. Unfortunate on this occasion.
Love the way the spinners are bowling, pitching it up, allowing these batsmen to hit them down the ground. Well, of course, they have protection. Soft hands there from Ridwan. Looking to be very solid, spraying it at 100 is the young Ridwan.
No, he was caught in two minds there. One of going for that big booming drive and then decided just to block it. Oh, good straight bat there. High elbow.
All out appeal. Worth a shout. It is. The figure is up by Gaston Yivizi. Misses the straight ball is the young Ridwan. And Moloki picks up his second. Look at that young man walking back to the dugout.
Monaki Moketsi straight to one. Would have gone to crush into middle stump. He was in celebration already when you knew that he got the pad on that one. It's not turning. Karim Ridwan has to turn back to the dugout. Gone for 12 for 15 with a strike rate of 80. Nigeria, they lose wicket number 6. There'll be 86 for the loss of 6.
Of course, another batsman has to depart, not converting those double figures into a big one. 86 for 6 after 12.5. You would feel Botswana have done a magnificent job right after the power play. Of course, after getting that 50, they've managed to go for only 36 in the next 7 overs.
And this is brilliant comeback from the Botswana that we saw in the previous 2 games. They are a little bit more assertive. Their spinners, or rather all of their bowlers, and they are really working hard to pin back Nigeria, who it's been touch and go. No one has really tried to play themselves in. Oh, an edge, but it's just off the toe end of the bat there. And that'll be the end of the 13th over. It'll be 86 for the loss of 6 for Nigeria. .86 for 60 after 13. Definitely a huge comparison to their last game at similar stage. On that first game they played, they were on 95 for the loss of 2 only. Here on they have lost 4 wickets more. Tatayona Tose to bowl is last of his allotted 4. 2 fairly new batters in Nigeria. Out in the middle, Isaac Okpe and Abdul Momoni. They scampering through. Well, his partner nearly selling him short there, and is not happy. Isaac Okpe. Abdul Momoni Mohammed calling for a run that was really not there. Just fortunate enough, the throw was off.
Tell you, Eli, this is what happens when you're batting with the tail. Gotta be very careful. He is, of course, the only recognized batsman at the moment is Isaac Okpe. Would love him to take more strike. Face more deliveries. Mohamed Taiwo for the first time in this ILT20 Coordinator Cup powered by Fancode. He comes out there in the middle to bat. I would believe it's because of that left and right hand combination. He comes ahead of Prosper Hussein, interestingly. You would feel Prosper is being left behind, of course, to come and unleash his long levers at the back end of the innings. Straight to the field at covers, another dot ball. Magical figures here from Tatayone for the first time.
Yeah, brilliant start. In fact, a brilliant game is there since he's into his last over. In the first game, he was punished, went for over 50 runs. To bring it back to just under 20 at the moment will be good. If he can finish off well, a brilliant job he would have done for his nation. It's too wide. Effort ball, you would think.
A very good ball to the right-hander. Coming round the wicket, Tatayone. But listen to the cheering in the ground from the Botswana. They know picking up 6 wickets for that 88. They have done pretty much a very good job.
No, they've done well. They really have. You can't take that away from them. This is the kind of fight that you want, that even if you've lost 2 games on the trot, you still come back fighting, and you're fighting hard. It'll pay off.
And the breeze is strong here as we see Tatayone bring in a deep square leg inside the ringer, sending the third man at the boundary. I would feel he's going to ball it a little bit quicker on the offside. He has a deep extra cover fielder in play. There you go on the offside, the run out chance again. Looks to be in a hurry is Mohamed Taiwo. Everything that is touching his bat, he's trying to take off. His partner there, of course, the recognized batsman, Isaac Okpe, telling Taiwo to hold your horse, young man. Still have a long way to go, to be precise. 6.3 overs to go. If you're just joining us, of course, the Yellow Greens won the toss and decided to have a bat first. I think Botswana have made sure they've picked up 6 big wickets. Knocks him over straight away. This time round, he doesn't miss the middle stump. Goes for a walk. Look at the celebration from that man, shot number 17, Tatayone.
Oh, Tatayone to say you beauty. He picks up his 2nd wicket of the match. And as the Zebras, as they're called, he goes off galloping. Nigeria, and now 88 for the loss of 7. Straighter delivery, rolling his hand over the, his fingers over the ball rather. Deceives the batter. You miss, I hit. And then with the celebration, he goes off galloping like a zebra. Of course you can. Take off, my guy. Beautiful. Abdul Momoni Mohammed gone for naught. And Nigeria will be 88 for the loss of 7.
A lovely celebrations there from a man who's been leaking runs at the back end of the innings. But today, he came out with different questions to the batsman. Tatayone, remember the name. 2 for 18. 2 more legal deliveries to come from his quarter. He is been variating his pace superbly. 88 for 7. You would feel that the Yellow Greens are finding themselves in all sorts of bother.
Nigeria have lost 4 wickets for 23 runs. That's a lot. A pale shadow of what we have seen in their first 2 games. Yesterday was a difficult one for them because they faced a much polished opponent. But however, today they're facing a much polished underdog, you would say. They have come out galloping and kicking the Zebras of Botswana.
Full ball straight down the leg side again from Tatayone.
Targeting the leg area. Slow delivery. Can understand the strategy in that, hoping to pick up a 3rd. 2 for 19 are his figures so far. He's got 2 more deliveries to go. Vincent Adeo. Adeoye is the man facing at the moment. Still yet to face the first legal delivery. Quicker! Going for a drive. It was aerial for a moment. Karabo Mutlanka thought he was in action for a bit there. Yeah, we'll change the field set. We'll draw him just a little bit closer to the stumps there. Karabo. Different field set for Isaac Okpe. They will have long on Calcona and a straightish dip backwards, straightish square leg down in the deep. Skips it to 1. He'll finish his 4 allotted overs with figures of 2 for 20. That'll be Tate Onatose. Nigeria, after 14 overs, they'll be on 90 for the loss of 7 wickets. And there'll be changes in the commentary box to take you the last 6 overs. Will be Zaid Khan with Davis Krashani.
90 runs on board for the loss of 7. As I welcome back Davis back into the commentary box. What a drag this has been by the Botswana side, flipping the tables. How aggressive Team Nigeria started off. And the course of play after the power play has been day and night. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's been a great second phase of the game, of the inning in particular for Botswana. They have not only managed to pick up wickets at regular intervals, but they have found their voices. They sense that they do have Nigeria up against their backs. Nigeria at 92 for 7. Very well bowled yet again from Mula. They will know that they just need to pick the wicket of the big all-rounder for this Nigerian side. The other half of the Okpe brothers, if they can get Isaac out, they might have a chance to restrict them for anything under 110.
Half a chance there. Didn't carry to the man there. Would have been another wicket. Isaac is finding it hard. 9 deliveries is faced. Stuck on 4 runs. It's a bit of a word between the batsmen here. And it has caused plenty of panic in the batting lineup of Nigeria.
Muller strays down the leg side. They scamper through for 2 runs. They complete that with ease. Very well run there from Isaac Okpe. Coming back to the danger end.
Yeah, tight and quick run there. Trying to get as many runs as possible. Trying to get to the triple digits here.
Straight down the leg side. There is a vacant shot for Neg region. Classman picked it up first time, but Isaac was quick to the task.
Was in comfortably there, Isaac, showing intent, stretch of the bat as he dragged it through the crease.
Not too sure if the umpire will allow him to bat with that pad that way. I think he'll need to have to obviously adjust that clad, yes, and he does so. But I think for the job for Nigeria right now, they should be able to recognize that they have 32 balls to go. So even if they knocked it around at a run a ball, they'll get anywhere close to that 120 mark and feel they have enough runs to defend.
Trying to pick up runs whichever way possible, trying to hit hard. They know they've got a couple of overs. Oh! Look at that. By Pereira in the deep. A cat and mouse game between him and the ball.
Isaac strikes that. Obviously coverage and work to do for Pereira down there. Takes your cover. Did the hard work, got to it. Put in a few crawls, you would say.
Yeah, but what's important is he restricted them to just 2 runs. Soft hands there by Isaac. Trying to look for the long ball. We're done with 15 overs here. It's 95 for the loss of 7, Team Nigeria.
And there is a bowling change from the pavilion end. Bomo Kumalo is called back for his second spell. He would want to look to do better. He comes back at a time when Botswana will feel that they do have the upper hand in this fixture. Nigeria, 30 deliveries to go, 30 legitimate deliveries. They'll be looking to try and get to that 120 mark.
Yeah, definitely squeeze out as much as possible in the final 5 overs of play here. Drop and a run, and they'll steal a single. Aggressive running this. This is what exactly we mean as commentators. At times, it's not the big shots that can help you through. Even the likes of singles and doubles keep the scoreboard ticking. These are valuable runs. Accumulatively can add to a big total, or a defendable total at least on board. Hits it past the bowler there. Just a flat batted shot.
I think it's always key for batters, not just batters, but generally professional or elite sportsmen, to understand key moments in the game. And Isaac Okpe is experienced enough to know that he needs to be around to try and at least get to the last over of this inning. Knock the ball around, pick a couple of singles, turn a couple of ones into twos.
Chance of a run out. And knocks him over. The finger will be raised. Excellent throw. Hits the bullseye. Celebrations for the men in blue. Botswana pick up their 8th wicket. It's 97 for 8 now. It's all going wrong for Team Nigeria. And with that, Isaac has got to depart.
Looking at the replay. Yes and no. Very well picked up by Tarindu. Isaac Okpe nowhere in the frame. Bullseye, direct hit. Easy decision for the umpire. Isaac Okpe, the experienced all-rounder for Nigeria, is sent back to the hut. Big wicket for Botswana. Botswana are on the charge.
Key moments. And these are the small victories that add up to the bigger one. Botswana have really shown some character. Had a shaky start to the innings, but pulled it back accumulatively alongside the fielding efforts, the bowlers' efforts. There you have the entire pavilion clocked into the game, not trying to miss out on the action this afternoon. Lucky enough to be here at Gahanga to catch all the action. Lovely looking drive that. For a second he believed he didn't beat the fielder. That's how sweet he timed it.
Well, yet another example of why T20 cricket is the most popular format of cricket. The margins of error are so small that the team that plays better on the day, regardless of ranking and how well a person has done or a team has done hours before, it allows the underdog to have every chance of picking up an upset. Botswana have not yet picked up any points in the tournament, but they will feel that they they're in for something special this afternoon.
Excellent delivery, a dotted one. Very well said there. Very strange game cricket is. But the pair, the man out there in the middle, Prosper, big man, can go for a big shot. Bitten by pace by Buemo. And that will be the end of the 16th over. It's 98 for the loss of 8 wickets now. Tarindu will be coming into the bowling attack now. Being in such situations, Davis, where you've lost quick wickets as a batsman, I know what goes in the mind, but what is it that triggers the batsman to do the wrong?
Gets the outside edge there, but doesn't carry it to the keeper. Good take by Valentine Mbazo. But just to answer your question, Zahid, I think more often than not, batters in T20 cricket always think perhaps they're running out of time. There's always that illusion that 20 overs is obviously too short. So batters never think or realize that they have a lot more time than they think. So many teams are guilty of trying to go too hard too early and they end up losing wickets in that attempt.
Takes a cut, and that goes past the fielder for 4. Valuable runs this as they cross the 100 mark. It's 102 now for Team Nigeria. Into triple digits are the men in green and yellow.
Slightly short on wide delivery, some width on offer. Binu tried to put in a big dive, unable to get a hand to it. And with that boundary allows Nigeria cross that 3-digit figure. It is 102 for 8.
Once again, back-to-back boundaries. An offside helicopter shot coming into play.
There it is, short and wide delivery. Vincent is looking to enjoy himself and pounce on any width. Not what Karabo would have asked Tarindu Pereira to do, especially based on how well he bowled his first 2 overs. But these are valuable runs for the Yellow Greens.
Yeah, back-to-back boundaries. You've got 8 wickets already. Gotta go for the throw. Drop and run.
Good cricket there from Botswana. Run out opportunity. Not taken. Very well run. Yellow Greens have picked up 10 runs in the last 3 deliveries. It is the wicket column that is the problem at this particular stage for Nigeria. If they can look to simply put together a small partnership here at the back end and get even 20 runs, they will edge towards that 130 target.
Yeah, a better throw on that occasion would have seen Prosper in trouble. Frustration there for Vincent as he couldn't beat the man who's been the fittest for Botswana on that particular position. Trying to cut it.
Just looking at the way Vincent sets himself up from his stance and his back lift, appears to be one that is very strong. Square on the offside.
Very, very well said there. A boundary as he crunches that for 4. It raced away in no time. Very firmly hit.
Looking at the replay, full delivery, gave it a lot of width. Kitchen sink thrown at that one. Big over. In the context of the game, 14 run over for Nigeria will give them a bit of momentum. They will now be looking to try and get anything above 130. They'll feel they have recovered with 18 deliveries to go. They'll try and get 25 runs at least.
And remember, Tarindu is remaining with 1 more over of his spell. He's got a couple of things to correct if he gets an opportunity to come back and bowl.
Handsomely struck down the ground. No better place to hit a cricket ball than down into the screen. Starts off the over with the boundary. As I did say earlier, once you consider boundary first ball up, more often than not, the batting team is looking to make that at least an 8-run over. Prosper Useni is on the charge.
Very, very good approach, attacking from ball number 1. Coming towards the business end. These are the type of shots Nigeria would be hoping for. Any straighter than that would have hit the stumps. No run taken there. Knowing Prosper is strong and can clear the boundaries, but he's playing a handy knock of just rotating the strike at the moment, allowing Vincent to be a bit aggressive here.
I like the fact that Prosper appears to have recognized the situation. He knows that perhaps he is the last recognized batter. So now would be the time for him to avoid going aerial, knock the ball on the ground, pierce the pockets, and perhaps look to run hard, and he's doing an excellent job for his team.
Tries to pull that one, doesn't get too much bat or timing on it. Just enough to pick up a single and rotate the strike. And the man who's been striking it well has come on the strike now. Vincent, 18 of 11. 3 balls left to go. Beautiful looking shot, and that will race away for 4 there.
And yet again, Bomo Kumalo feeds Vincent width. And Vincent continues to pounce on anything wide, short and wide. He's made, you can see that, short delivery, wide offered. Again, his stance, his grip will tell you that he's very strong. Square of the wicket on the offside. He scored at least close to at least 13, 15 runs in that region.
Yeah, loves that region, uses the pace of the bowler, and it really gets off the blade so quick. Most often finding the boundary. And knocks him over. Much better, much fuller, straighter. And Buemo has the final laugh as he picks up the wicket of Vincent. He's got to depart for his entertaining cameo of 22 of 13.
Just looking at that, balls overcorrects and balls much fuller and straighter. Not much Vincent could have done there for a batter who likes width. He's surprised, and that's very well ball from Bomo Kumalo. Very well recovered, cleans Vincent up. But Vincent has played a cameo, 22 of 13. Valuable runs at the death for Nigeria.
Yeah, 22 runs, out of which 20 came off boundaries. Final delivery of the 18th over now. Last wicket. Last man walks in. Peter will be joining Prosper. And a final delivery here by Buemo to get done with his spell. Does he pick up a wicket and turn it into 3?
That is what the Botswana fans will be hoping for, but the Nigerians will be hoping that with 13 deliveries to go in this inning, if this last pair can get them, even if it's just 15 runs, will take their total to 136 and they'll feel they have something to bowl at.
Delicately played there, not trying to take any risk. That will be the 18th over. 121 for the loss of 9.
Big decision made by Karabo Motlanka. He opts to bowl the penultimate over, usually the most important over in T20 cricket, and gives it to Alfred Komisang. He's had, you'd say, reasonably very difficult day today. He's gone for 28 in his 2 overs. But it comes at a time whereby he should be looking not to concede more than 6. The big question right now is, will Prosper Hussaini look to try and go big?
Foolish there and driven straight to the fielder. No run taken.
Starts off well, I think, for me. This is again yet a very important phase, because after these 12 deliveries, now 11, there will be an element of who goes into the halfway stage with the momentum.
Tries to whip that onto the leg side. Just goes off the pads and they pick up a single. Starts the over with 2 dots. With a dot and 1 leg by. Botswana wouldn't be minding those.
I don't think Botswana will mind that single, that leg by taken by Prosper Hussaini, because that single allows Peter Aho to take strike. We haven't seen him bat much so far in the tournament. But Alfred should feel a lot more comfortable bowling to Peter Aho than to Prosper Hussaini.
Yes, definitely. Last man coming in. Wouldn't be expecting too much of a fight coming back. But I feel Team Botswana missed out on that opportunity of turning the Nigerians down to a low score. Beautifully played through extra cover, coming back for a double, and they pick it up comfortably. Yeah, from getting to 8 wickets in the 80s to now 124 for 9. Plenty of runs coming through to Nigeria.
I think without sounding too greedy, if you gave Botswana this 124 for 9 at the start of the match against Nigeria, they would have taken it, because in the last 2 games between these 2 teams, in that final in Abuja, Botswana conceded 181 in the first game, I think, of the between these 2 teams in the tournament. Nigeria scored 186, so 125 for 9 is the total you would think that the Botswana team would have taken. But with that single brings an end to the 19th. Nigeria 125 for 9.
Final over. Starts off with a wide Tarindu. From the looks of it, it looks like Team Botswana have been penalized as they've got 5 players within the circle.
Yes, and it is a change of ends for Tarindu Pereira. He's bowling from the pavilion end, the final over of this inning.
Just flicks that down the ground and that will go the distance on the mount. Powerful flick by Peter. Sending a message, do not take me lightly. I can put you to fences if you put it in my arc.
Full delivery from Pereira. He pays the price, the maximum price. And the number 11, Peter Aho, gets a hold of him. Clears the long on boundary with so much ease. He clearly is no rabbit with the bat.
Yeah, just gave it the elevation and the wind did the rest.
Nigeria get it to the 130s. With 5 deliveries to go, they'll chance themselves to try and get closer to that 140 mark. Picking up a 6 off the first delivery of the final over.
Walks it around. Shot fine leg. Will restrict them to a single there.
More importantly for Nigeria is that single brings Prosper Hussaini on strike. With 4 deliveries to go, Nigeria will be looking to try and get to that 140 mark. They've already gotten 8 runs off 2 deliveries in this final over.
That's exactly the number that the Nigerians are eyeing on. Short tries to smash it, but he'll receive 4 runs despite not playing it exactly where he wanted to.
Looking at the replay there, slightly short delivery, throws everything at it. But the Nigerian Dagat will not mind where that went. More importantly for them will be the signal from the umpire, which is 4 runs. And that's 12 runs conceded off 3 balls. Nigeria are getting close to that 140 mark.
Has a big swing at it. Will pick up a single here. But Nigeria will be happy trying to finish the innings with a big over. From the turn of events, there's been plenty of fluctuation between the game swinging side to side.
Well, with 2 deliveries to go, at least legal deliveries. We've already seen a maximum from Peter Aho. I think he will chance his arm. Try and go downtown, pick up a maximum.
And that will be an extra there. But I feel Team Botswana here have been guilty. Yeah. The call was given by the umpire. It looked so close to the wideish line. We'll have a go at it again.
Of course, the line belongs to the umpire. But yet again, it is 2 legitimate deliveries to go. Nigeria at 139 for 9.
Much better this time around. Another dotted delivery.
At least you can see Pereira being very intentional not to pitch the ball up to the big unit of Peter Aho. With 1 delivery to go. You'd expect it is literally going to be a free hit kind of delivery, as Peter Aho will throw everything in him at it.
Last ball, here we go. Doesn't get it on the bat well, but they'll be running hard for a double. Chance of a run out and misses it completely. The throw went to the wrong end. And Team Nigeria finish off with 2 runs coming off the final delivery. It's 141 for the loss of 9 in a span of 20 overs. Botswana will require 142 to win this game.
Looking at the Nigerian batting cadre, so we started things off, got 12 of 9. Salau 18 of 17. Olayanke got 15 of 9. Isaac 21 of 17. Sylvester Okpe 1 of 5. Rudman Karim 12 of 15. Isaac Okpe 9. Muhammad didn't get any runs. Vincent got a quick fire 22 of 13. Prosper Hussaini 9 of 9. And at the big unit of Peter who got 12 of 9. Nigeria getting 141 in their allotted 20 overs.
There you have the Botswana bowling scorecard, the most expensive of the lot being Alfred up front. 3 overs, he went for 31 runs, economy of 10.33. And the best figures being Moloki Moketsi, 4 overs, 19 runs, 2 wickets, economy of 4.75. Another expensive contender was Tarindo Pereira, 4 overs, 36 runs he gave away, picked up a wicket with an economy of 9. 10 extras being provided by Team Botswana. As we take a short break, we'll be back for the run chase this afternoon.
A fantastic afternoon. We welcome you back to this ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. And this encounter where we have Nigeria taking on Botswana. Quickly taking a look at Nigeria's batting card. Solomon Runshaw went for 12 from 9. Salim Sow, decent start, 18 from 17. Another notable score there would be Isaac Danladi, 21 from 17. But it was the lower order. Vincent Adeoye, 22, as well as Prosper Husseini's 9 and Peter Hour's 12, pushing them to a decent total of 141 because there was a collapse just in the middle order. But they had the decency enough to bring it back. Having a look at Botswana's bowling card, Boemo Kumalo picked up 2 for 25 in 4 overs. Moleki Moket's the same, 2 for 19 in 4 overs. Tata Yonatose, 2 for 20, also in his 4. Tarindu Pereira just picked up 1. The most expensive there would be Alfred Kosama and went for 31 in 3 overs. 10 extras were given away. Now it's time for the chase, where we see Nigeria on the field of play, led by Sylvester Okpe, the captain. Meanwhile, for Botswana, it'll be their captain who will be opening up things there. That is Karabo Mutlanka with Monarchs Castleman. My name is Tawanda Eli in the commentary box with Mr. Bob Bashir, who is joining me. Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon, Eli, and good afternoon to our lovely viewers all over the world. As we see the umpires, of course, Christian Gassana alongside Gaston Iwizi, Rwanda Internationals. Oh, what a game we have on our cards. What a chase we have on our cards here, Eli.
Yeah, well set up. A match that has been seesaw action when we saw it going Botswana's way, going Nigeria's way towards the latter stages. But at the end of this particular innings, we'll know who will have 2 points in the bag. And so far, Nigeria looking to make it 3 in 3. They have a decent target to defend of 142. At one point in time, they looked like as if they would not get to even 120. But they dug deep. They found it with themselves. Whether is it them digging deep or was it Botswana just giving it away, it is up for you to decide. Peter Awo, premium pace bowler for Nigeria, will be opening up things from the airport end. Monos Castleman, a young man who is growing in confidence in each and every outing that I see him in. Scored his first half century in the previous game. Botswana had a decent knock. First ball, see what happens. Full face of the bat, loud call of no.
Very good technique that young man Kassoman has. He loves playing it inside out. He loves utilizing the power play. You would feel, of course, after that half century in his previous outing, he's one of the men to get things going for Team Botswana alongside, of course, the captain, Karabo Mutlaka.
In the game against Nigeria, he only scored 6. He'll be looking to do better today. Peter Awo also struggled yesterday against Uganda, also looking to do better today. Both teams suffered defeat yesterday. One to Rwanda, one to Uganda. It's all important how you bring yourself back. Change of mindset. You work on the things that made you be on the losing end. Those that are in your control.
Got it to third man. There's protection in the deep. Taiwo cuts it off to only 1 run, and he's off and running is the young Munro Kassoman.
Botswana, they open their runs account. And Castleman, first runs off the bat.
You feel again for these two out there, Karabo and Kassoman. They've had some decent partnerships. They have utilized the power play in their previous games. Can this be the time where one of them can carry his team over the line?
Yeah, I just get a feeling that these two, they do their part for Botswana. But however, after them, it's always the question of who will carry Botswana. That's been the key question. So, if they can do the job that they do, then the rest of the team, if they come in, oh my, what a game.
Full ball up and over the field at covers. That's the captain for you, Karabo Mutlaka. Gets off the mark with a lovely shot over the covers for a boundary.
No, you don't bowl there to Karabo Mutlanka. You don't give him width on the offside. He drives it and drives it pretty good. Gets some enough elevation over cover. And on this lush outfield, it'll run away for 4. It'll keep you interested. But the ball will always win.
We saw earlier, of course, in the first innings, Rushewe and Salim Selau getting off the mark in a similar fashion. Anything pitched up, they made sure they hit it down the ground for a boundary. One of the players, of course, who's looking for a big score is the captain, Karabo Mutlaka.
Watched. That'll be too wide. Karabo Mutlanka, he's had a very good tournament with the amount of teams that we have here. Let's have a look at that, too wide. Gives the umpire some exercise. Going back to Karabo. In the tournament so far, with the amount of runs that he has scored, he's ranked in at number 5.
You would love, of course, to capitalize and catch up with that man, Oscar Manishimwe, up there at the top. Very big breeze here at Gahanga International Cricket Ground. Soft hands on the back foot. Full face of the bat from the captain.
Spoke too soon. He was ranked in number 5 as of yesterday. We had a game played earlier in the morning. There are a few more batters that have come in and gotten more runs than him. He's been pushed back down the order to number 9, but still in the top 10. And he has an opportunity to accumulate a little bit more runs. Just don't know how much he'll get today. Wide again. Feels he missed out on that opportunity. Peter Au struggling to finish off this over. He's given away 2 extras. Yep. Anything around that line that is marked in green on your screen belongs to the umpire. If he deems it just a little bit on it or out of it, he'll call it wide.
Last ball from the first over. Soft hands again, straight to the field at backward point. Very good running between the wickets. Should be the end of the first over with the scoreboard reading 8 for naught. Moving at exactly 8 runs and over is Team Botswana. And with no surprise, it's going to be the captain, the birthday boy, Sylvester Okpe, to share the new cherry with the PS man, Peter Aho, coming in from the pavilion end. He loves bowling it to the left-handers, spinning it away from them. He has a sleeping place, of course. He has a deep mid-wicket and a long-on fielder, knowing that Karabo Mutlaka will be hitting it into the breeze. A very smart change there from the captain, taking matters into his hands. He knows that it is a big game for them to get back to the winning ways. 4 ball driven powerfully down the ground, straight to the fielder at mid-off. Enticing delivery there from Sylvester Okpe. Trying to force Karabo to hit him down the ground.
This is good thinking from Sylvester Okpe. He knows that Karabo Mutlanka, in the last 3 games he's played, he has gotten out to spin, so he introduces himself quite early into the attack, not wanting to give him time to get settled. It's great captaincy. Oh, Castleman, you are fortunate. And he even injures himself in trying to get back. His ankle gave into him as he tried to return back to the crease there. That'll be painful. That'll be very, very painful. He was trying to steal a run, but then his captain, a huge call of no, and he was halfway down the track. And in trying to return, that is sore, and it's very, very painful.
No good signs there on your screens. That man, Castleman, he looks to be in some serious pain.
Serious pain is. Physio will do his work while you just enjoy that view of the pavilion in the land of 1,000 hills. We actually are here that there is a hill for everyone, and that is a native of this land. Beautiful, magnificent views. I think we should build another oval just at the back there.
I was about to say that. Of course, our lovely sponsors are following this. If you're just catching us live here, it is, of course, Nigeria who won the toss and decided to have a bat first, getting to that target of 141 in their allotted overs, courtesy, of course, from that collective batting from the from the Yellow Greens, I beg your pardon. For now, as the young Castleman is getting some treatment, it is 8 for naught after 1.3.
It's not looking good for Monarchs Castleman. He is being held off the field of play by the physio and the 12th man. Sylvester Okpe. It's actually Isaac who chooses to carry him off the field of play. Good camaraderie. He understands the pain that he's in. He should be retiring hurt. Now to see Tarindu Pereira coming to replace him. Another start that the Botswana would have wanted here, the Zebras. They would have wanted a good start because Castleman, an essential part of their batting lineup, in great form, scored a century, or half century, I beg your pardon. Doubling it up there for him. How wonderful they've been. But the action is back. Karabo Mutlanka, the captain, on strike. Tarindu Pereira has joined him. Ball. This is good. This is very, very good because it's been 4 dot balls there, or 3 dot balls rather. Speaking of the great captaincy of Sylvester Okpe, reading the game and even games prior to this one, taking a closer look at analysing how Botswana work things around. Magnificent. Good over. A maiden over. Good one for Nigeria. It'll be 2 overs, 8 for no loss for Botswana.
Spoke about the captaincy of Sylvester Okpe. With not much wasting time, he brings in another spinner, Isaac Danladi, trying to peg of course, the captain of the opposition side, the left-hander, Karabo Mutlaka. We saw him yesterday giving a very tough time to the Ugandan left-handers, the likes, of course, of Dinesh Nakrani.
I love this. I love this from Sylvester Okpe. Targeting Karabo Mutlaka. He doesn't mind Terindo Pereira. He knows the danger that Karabo Mutlaka possesses and how good with pace on. So he's taking pace off and saying, have a go at the spinners. Yes, it might still be in the power play, but have a go.
And knowing exactly that Karabo has been having that appetite of scoring runs. Goes big again, healthy outside edge. The chase is on from the field. Ridwan by who plays second fiddle on that. As he start off with the boundary is Terindo Pereira. He saw the flight and his eyes lit up. Not, of course, getting the neatliest of hits. But you don't mind the way they come.
Fortuitous boundary. Looking to send that over the covers, but it goes behind the keeper and shot third. Rhythm Karawan is quick, but the ball was quicker to the boundary. And that was 4.
You would feel Terindo Pereira is being sent out to you. Try and use the power play. He has a long on-field at the boundary ropes.
Oh, beaten all ends up there. Slower to get to the pitch at that delivery. That might be the idea because Castleman, we know how destructive he is within the power play. He loves to hit it on the up. Terindo Pereira possesses huge arms. Maybe he's been asked to hit a couple, or a few rather. This time just works a single.
Now it's going to be very interesting now that Karabo is on strike. Hitting into, against the breeze, I beg your pardon. As we see him, Daniel descending long on and a deep square leg fielder outside the ring. For that particular slog sweep for any left-hander. A little bit of confusion in the field, of course, because of that left-hand, right-hand combination.
Yeah, you need to set your field right. Let's see, there's a deep mid wicket and a long on. Now, good punch. Well timed, well played. So what this does with this kind of field, Nigeria won't mind the singles because you're restricting the boundaries. You're controlling the scoring rate of Botswana within the power play.
Still looking for them. First win against the Yellow Greens. Botswana, of course, they are already one-man shot. And man, Castleman is having some treatment in the dugout. Because they would love him to get back on his feet. You know how crucial his wicket can be. A big contribution he's been having for his side, coming back from that half-century. But it's now the captain. Down the ground, driven powerfully, run no chance. Oh, the hit goes baking.
Yeah, I've seen fielders trying to target the stumps when they're going for the run out. You'll never hit those stumps if you go for the bounce. Aim for the base of the stumps if you're looking for a direct hit. That's always the call. But the minute that you're trying to bounce it on, it's still a new ball. And it'll kick off the square there, like that one. Now quicker into him. Leg side. It's got two boundary riders there. And that's a gap to pick up a single.
Coming back to your point there, Eli, when you look at that synthetic wicket, you can see it's not leveled with the wickets. There's that heel, a little bit of heel, a couple of inches that allows the ball, of course, to go with that extra bounce.
Yeah, at the edge of the table there. Oh, quick single. That's good. Good thinking. Good call from Tirindo Pereira. Not looking to chew up deliveries, but also to put in some addition with runs. 7 already from the 11 that he... 8 rather, from the 7 that he has scored. Now faced. Sylvester Okpe in that slide seems also to have taken a knock on the knee. So, seems we have players going down here. Going down with ease. Sylvester in the slide. He did himself some damage there. Onto his wrist rather. Unfortunately enough, it's not his bowling hand. Now spinner.
There you go, short ball, one bounce to the boundary. Karabu looks like making good use of that half flicker from the captain, Sylvester Okpe.
No, that's great use, taking advantage that Sylvester Okpe is not really at optimum level operating there. And finds a boundary. 7-0, 7 runs already from the over with 2 deliveries to go. Straight up. No run. Doesn't fully get it because that's a vacant region. He knows, Karabo, that the shortest boundary is the straight one. If you can find that, you're in business. Mid-off is up. Good ball. Good comeback. Magnificent comeback from Sylvester. 4 overs done. And it'll be 22 for no loss for Botswana.
Plays it on the back foot. Nearly chops it on. Is Tirindo Pereira. Don't be happy with that single.
I take a quick single. It's good running. The equation, Botswana need 119 from 95 deliveries. Already 23 on the card. Now well bowled, looking for the block hole, the quicker delivery from Danladi. Nifty play is handy with the bat. Now is being tasked to do some work with the ball. Oh, beaten just outside of stump. That's where he struggles, Karabo Mutlanka. Doesn't use his feet much. Struggles with playing spin. Looks to cut it. Finds a well-placed Sylvester Okpe. Good over this one. Just one from it with 2 deliveries to go. This is what will be frustrating for Botswana. You're challenging the abilities of their skipper earlier on.
close off over number 5. That's single.
5 overs done. It'll be 24 runs on the board for Botswana. Run rate at the moment, it's just 4.8. Required will be 7.8. So we're coming down to the last over of the power play. Just some news coming through from the medical department for Monarchs. He suffered a mild sprain after twisting his ankle. They're expecting him to be fit for the next game. So some ice on that will definitely make him available to play. So nothing much to worry about for Botswana fans. He'll be back for the next one.
Big blow in this particular one, Eli, as we see a change in the bowling. Isaac Okpe, right arm medium coming in from the pavilion end. Last over of the power play. How many more can these two add to that 24?
Right, Karabo Mutlanka's eyes will light up here because spin has been taken off. Pace on now. Isaac Okpe into the attack. Last over of the power play. He loves it when he comes onto the bat. Quickly sets off.
A lot of changes in the field for that man, Tarindu Pereira, who is on 9 of 8. He's not had, of course, much of the contribution they want him to have from the Botswana with the bat. Can this be the moment to unleash his potential? Goes big downtown, nobody moves, says Tarindu Pereira. What a hit! Listen to the sound of the blade of Tarindu Pereira, making good use of the opportunities of the last over of the power play.
Top shot, but that's half volley. And it's given the treatment. Plays it with a straight bat and finds the boundary, Tarindu Pereira. This is what Botswana love. You give them pace, they are comfortable facing it. Just don't know why he took away spin, because I think this would have been the perfect opportunity to pick up a wicket. Worked away leg side, quick single taken, good strike rotation. And this is great thinking. You pick up a boundary, you get off strike. And that left hand right hand combination works its mind as now Isaac Okpe needs to adjust line and length. Good thinking from the pair in the middle for Botswana.
Absolutely, very good thinking. Already getting 6 runs without giving any chance. 3 more deliveries to come in the power play. Isaac Okpe up against the captain. Full ball knocks him over. Outfoxes the captain. Massive wicket for the Yellow Greens. Getting rid of Karabo Mutlanka.
Isaac Okpe proves me wrong here. A slower delivery. Rolling the fingers on top of that one. Taking the pace off, deceives Karabo Mutlanka. Look at that. You miss, I hit. Big gap between bat and pad. And middle stump is knocked over. Botswana, they legitimately lose their first wicket. Karabo Mutlanka gone for 13 of 21. 30 for 1 for Botswana.
You see the captain shot number 10. You might feel for him. He is disappointed for himself, of course, after not getting enough runs on board. They are in desperate need of a win, is the team Botswana. Of course, the captain again one more time is Sylvester Okpe, changing the bowler, and guess what? Isaac Okpe delivers for his side.
No better. Just walked on to the crease. Will be Vinu Balakrishna. Today is an opportunity to bat the whole game. He is got about 14 overs to work with to try and get the 112 runs needed by his team. It's an opportunity. He hasn't done much with the bat in this tournament for his team, and so I'm saying it's an opportunity.
Soft answer straight to the field at covers. Oh, very good running from these two. He gets off the mark is Vino. He needs a big score. As I just mentioned, he hasn't had any impact with the bat. He's been on and off the team. Yesterday we saw him going for that ramp shot early in his innings to give away an easy wicket to Team Rwanda. They would love him to bring out all the experience he possesses. The last ball of the power play. Change of pace, flicked away, flicked fine now. There's a fielder who gives it a chaser. And they'll end the power play with the boundary. Deft that there from Tarindo Pereira.
And what a way to finish the power play. Just working it fine off the thigh pad there. It was Tirindo Pereira. And taking full advantage of fine leg being in a short fine leg position. Played it very fine. Sylvester Okpe gave up the chase right about there. And he knew that he was never going to catch it. So it's 6 overs done. 35 for 1 at Botswana. That's their betting card in the power play. Monarchs Castleman retired hurt, just 1 run to his name. Karabo Mutlanka outfoxed by Isaac Ope with 13 for 21. Trinidad Pereira on 18 from 11.
It's going to be more spinner, of course, the young Ridwan. The leg spinner coming in from the airport end right after the power play. You would feel it's the right time for Ridwan to come into the attack, of course, after the field is spread. He's been struggling, not picking up many wickets for his side. This is a man who ran through the whole batting lineup of Botswana in the recent concluded qualifier C in Abuja, picking up six wickets. Plays it on the bar foot straight to the field at point. Kind of a loosener there from Ridwan. Giving it some flight, of course, to get that turn. He has a sleep in play. Oh, goes for a sweep shot is Vino. 2 is the call. They're running very hard. Those come for the second one very easily. Very good running between the wickets and rotation of strike. I won't be alone, of course. I will be joined by Zaid Khan. Welcome, Zaid. You've been watching from the side. What's the take on the power play, of course, after Botswana got to that 36 for 1?
A very, very healthy start to the run chase here by Team Botswana. Despite losing just 1 wicket, the total is very, very much approachable. Nigeria need to be looking for tighter overs here and restrict the flow of runs. At the moment, Botswana is just below what's required and knocks him over with a wrong one. Beautiful delivery there by Ridwan. Outfoxes Vino, and that will be an early end. The curtains close early. Disappointed, read him wrong as the wrong one came in. Well deceived.
He has to take the long way back, trying to play it as a leg break. And guess what, boy, oh boy, Ridwan, as we spoke about this earlier in tournament, he has the deadliest googly. Getting rid of course, that man, Vino. And of course, the nightmares continues for Team Botswana's middle order batsmen. Not contributing again for their side. As you see now, Pemelo Silas being promoted up the order ahead of Tatayone and Valentine Bazo. It is 37 for 2 after 6.4 overs. The Ridwan picking up that wicket in his very first over.
Yeah, beautiful delivery. His go-to delivery throughout this tournament. He's been bowling the googlies here. And most batsmen haven't really understood that it is his go-to delivery. Bowls it plenty of times. And that one turned back sharply. using the surface well. What a bluff Ridwan pulled off.
He sticks to the sleeping place. Isaac Danladi, backward point for the young Silas. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and the long off a fielder. Cut away straight to the fielder at sleeper. He might have saved his team 3 runs. Is Isaac Danladi.
Yeah, awkward position over there. But look at the turn once again. Again, the googly coming into play. Played it very, very late. Pamelo, the new man in to get off the mark.
A loud appeal this time round, and the figure is up by Gaston Yiwizi. Make that 2 wickets in the over for Ridwan. Getting rid of the man who was looking to be in fine touch, Tarindu Pereira, who has to depart for his 18 from 12 deliveries. What a gem of a bowler he is. 2 for 3 after his first over. It is 38 for 3 after 7.
Have a look at that delivery once again. A proper leg break. Traps him up front, and the finger will be raised, and it was by Gaston. Confirmation there. Tarindu has to depart for 18. And it's all breaking loose and down. Exactly what Team Nigeria needed. Going through the middle order of Team Botswana.
Valentine Mbazo, the wicketkeeper batsman, joins Pamelo Silas. 2 new batsmen at the crease. You would feel the yellow greens, as you see, of course, the captain himself being brought back into the attack. You would feel they've already put Team Botswana on the back foot.
And the new man in for Melo and Valentine as well, the wicketkeeper batsmen, haven't really made a huge contribution to their side. Can they do much of a difference today? If there is any other time, this is the time for them to make a mark. Look for singles and doubles to get set in here.
Rocks back on the back foot. There's the fielder in the deep who can only play second fiddle. Starts off with the boundary is Pamelo Silas, taking a liking of that half tracker from Sylvester Okpe.
Short arm jab and powerfully struck. Waited on it, cross batted, flat bats that to the boundary ropes. Valuable runs this.
Goes for the big cut shot. Against Zaida, it's going to be very interesting to see how these go with the game. Of course, the field is spread. They've gotten a boundary of the very first ball into the padder, looking to sneak in for a single bat. Valentine Bazo says no need of taking those risks, but you can see the intentions from Silas. He's trying to nudge it around the corner to go for that single.
Yeah, this keeper not making it easy. He's got some drift on offer. Wide of the off stump there. Beaten by pace. Holding true to its line there of trajectory. For Melo on that occasion, expecting it to be nipping back. A very, very animated appeal there by the wicket keeper.
A very good over from the captain after, of course, that boundary from the very first delivery. He's made sure he's tightened up the screws for Pamelo Silas, bowling 4 dot balls on the trot.
Good comeback by the skipper after being hit for a boundary. Ends the over with a dot. Shakes hands. And I'll tell you, excellent over there. It's 42 for the loss of 3 after 8. As Bob takes a break. I'll be joined by Davis Karashani back into the commentary box for this run chase. Welcome back, Davis.
Thank you very much, Zahid. We would say interesting passage of play, obviously, at this particular stage. Nigeria will feel like they have the upper hand. They've gotten rid of 3 batters, and not just 3 batters, as Cass, what's his name, Monroe, is obviously been injured, so he's out getting some treatment. So realistically, they will feel they've gotten 4 batters out for Botswana, but there is a job to do for Pumelo Silas and Valentine Mbazo.
Starts off with a beautiful delivery, beating the outside edge of Valentine. Valentine, the wicket-keeper batsman. I feel as a wicket-keeper spending so much time out there in the middle in the first innings. Knocks him over. Ridwan comes in with a brilliant delivery and castles Valentine. He's gone through him as he picks up his 3rd wicket. He's given away just 3 runs. What a display of craft and art by Ridwan Karim.
Would have liked to see the replay there, the googly. And there it is, the replay. Flighted delivery, you can see all that. Oh, right through him. Beautiful googly. That's the dream delivery. But you could see the reaction from the non-striker, Pumelo Silas. Recognize that dismissal that sends Valentine Mbazo back to the hut is a big one, as you might have felt. Those were the last respectable batters. But troubled times for Valentine Mbazo. His disappointment tournament continues.
Yeah, just finding the finest of gaps between bat and pad.
Botswana dugout there in your frame. Not too many smiles. They'll feel like they might have had a big chance in this one. Let that chance slip when they had ball in hand. And they're struggling at 42 for 4. After just 8.2 overs, Ridwan Karim is literally ripping through the mid order of Botswana.
We've said it plenty of times. It is his go-to delivery. It is the biggest gun in his arsenal. The googly can't be read. Plays that through extra cover. Excellent work in the deep there. Keeping it down to just 2 runs, saving 2 valuable runs for his side.
I'm very interested in seeing the follow-up delivery. I like the fact that that one was a bit quicker through the air from Ridwan, which was obviously the leg spinner, but the googly is the one he flights up a bit more, comes out of the back of the hand.
Going down the leg there. It's 444 on the screen. Tatayone, the new man in. Botswana would expect some runs coming out of his blade.
Big wide. It was the googly, but he didn't get the line right. I like the fact that Ridwan is those modern day leg spinners. He runs his way to the bowling crease. Looking at that replay.
Yeah, horrid looking delivery because of the line. Again, goes down the leg. B leg buys there.
But you can see how interested Ridwan is. He does recognize that perhaps he is obviously in rhythm. He's, as I was saying, that he's that kind of leg spinner that runs into the bowling action, you would say. Gone are those days of the legend himself, the late Shenwan, whereby leg spinners used to walk their way to bowl.
Yeah, we've seen it by the international likes of Rashid Khan. We've seen it. Ashwin himself at times charges in pretty quick. Plenty of Afghan bowlers. 9 overs done here. It's 46 for the loss of 4. Plenty to worry about for Team Botswana.
Things not getting any easier for Botswana. Nigeria are on the charge. Captain Sylvester Okpe comes back for his final over in his quarter. He's conceded just 11 runs in his 3 overs. And he's put on the brakes, allowing Ridwan on the other end to do the picking of the wickets. Ridwan has attacked the mid-order of Botswana and received a lot of success.
A flatter, quicker one. Holding straight. Not too much of a turn being offered by Sylvester. I guess the bottom edge of the bat, it's racing away. The chase has been put in. Lovely recovery there.
I like the tactics from Sylvester. You can tell the spinners are bowling in tandem. Sylvester Okpe from the pavilion end is putting the brakes on, bowling that defensive line. Right arm off spinner bowling from right arm round. More often than not, he's looking to cramp the right-handers for room. And he's doing exactly that, and then allowing Ridwan to pick the wickets through his attacking deliveries.
Yeah, just a change of mind there. Something stopping him from bowling that delivery. Keeps it down. Playing with the minds of the batsmen. Playing with the minds of Tatayone.
We've seen that Tatayone is one of those batters that likes to thrive off boundaries. Just how long can he hold his edge?
Drives that one down the ground. Will be just 1 run. Nigerians keeping it really, really tight against the Botswana side here. Not trying to let them go off the hook. Last 2 deliveries left off Sylvester's spell.
They scamper through for a single. They do not even attempt that double. Well fielded there from the Nigerians. The 2 big players, Isaac Okpe alongside Isaac Danladi. The Isaacs are operating in that mid-wicket region and doing a good job keeping it to just 1 run. Sylvester Okpe is just 1 delivery out from his quarter.
Plays it through covers there, but there is protection in the deep as long off comes in for the coverage. And that will be the end of the 10th over as we reach the halfway mark. Team Botswana lie on 51 for the fall of 4.
Ridwan Abdul Karim will continue to operate from the upper end. Slightly short delivery. Tatayone takes a liking to it. Did he get a faint feather on that one? Runs all the way down to that boundary. Much needed for Botswana. It is a judge leg by.
Very, very welcoming runs to Team Botswana there. A half tracker and that misses everything. Keeper not in the position to hold on to that. And again, it's the pace at which that Ridwan bowls them with. If the keeper misses, most likely to race to the boundary ropes, despite being a spinner.
Full delivery there, full toss. Tatayone walks it down to that deep square leg region. Fielder puts in the work. Keeps it to just unable to actually hold it in, and that's adjudged 4 runs. Fielder is not happy. But back-to-back boundaries here, Zaid.
Very, very valuable runs these for Team Botswana. They will be happy receiving those. 4 runs it is. Should have done better as he got to it. Chips it past the bowler down the ground. Running hard, coming back for a double, and they will make it.
Good passage of play for Botswana. They picked up 10 runs in 3 deliveries. You have to believe that perhaps this is their last respectable batting pair.
It's good to see the likes of Tatayone hanging in, giving the side the hope.
It's been a good day of cricket, you would say, especially the fact that the weather has been perfect. The sun has shone. Of course, there's been a chilly wind all day, that breeze. But Tatayone goes for the sweep shot, gets just enough bat on it. It is running down to that fine leg region, and he picks up yet another boundary. 3 boundaries in the over for Botswana. Bit of momentum shift here.
Yeah, over number 11 here being really expensive. Great to see the Botswana batsman taking the charge here, trying to break the shackles. Tatayone is on 15 now off 12 deliveries. At times Ridwan being a bit too predictable with the same delivery coming in again and again. Excellent delivery, but they'll pick up a single.
Yeah, I do not think the challenge has really been the fact that he's attempting the googlies, but it's just been the line in this over. The lines have been slightly down the leg side. But otherwise, that googly is what has caused all the damage for the Botswana mid-order.
Once again, sweeps that powerfully, and the ball wins the race to the boundary ropes. Make that the 3rd boundary of the over, and that will be the end. 4th boundary, I beg your pardon.
It's very well subbed there by Pomelo Salas. Picks that gap down that mid-wicket. Field unable to keep that in. Brings an end to the over.
It's 69 for the loss of 4. It's raining boundaries at the moment, making me lose track of how many are coming by. Ridwan still remains with 1 more over to go in his spell, as Pomelo gets to double digits.
And there's obviously a change following the fact that Sylvester has finished his quarter. From one off spinner to another, Isaac Danladi has been tasked to bowl from the pavilion end. The question for me is not out of reach for Botswana. They only need to score at 8 runs and over. They should pick inspiration on how Nigeria managed to recover in their inning.
I feel the Nigerian batsmen did really well down the order, adding those valuable 40 runs towards the end of the innings. Isaac Danladi in for his 3rd. Loud appeal and not given.
They scamper through for a single. I don't think the Yellow Greens will mind that. It's just 1 run considered off the 2 deliveries. That's cut handsomely, but he's not able to get past that fielder at point.
It's really been impressive to see the Nigerian bowlers bowling that googly.
Short delivery there. Isaac gets out with it. It's only hit down to Tips Kolik for a single. Thinking you can tell that Isaac is bowling a lot quicker and flatter through the air. He's not giving it as much air, not getting as many ribs as he was getting, of course, in his first spell. Perhaps he recognizes that maybe Botswana are looking to take a charge at him.
Once again, get some bat onto that one. They're pushing hard. getting back for a double here. And you can see the Botswana dugout. You can hear the Botswana dugout getting louder, applauding the efforts being put in here by this pair.
Botswana requires 69 runs off 49 balls. Difference of just 20. More often than not, that's just about, you'd say, 6 balls.
We've seen a big over before. They'll need one more big over here to cover that gap. It's 12 overs done. The score lies 73 for the loss of 4, Team Botswana. As Isaac Dunladi ends his third over, giving away just 3 runs in it, we get the new bowler in. Peter coming back. He's in for his second over here. He's just given away 8 runs in his first.
I think you get a sense that Sylvester recognizes that because this is the last respectable batting up here for Botswana, and they are taking a liking to the spin, he knows he needs to get one of these batters out. And he throws the ball to his big unit fast bowler, Peter Aho.
Drives that. Will pick up a single off the first ball.
Sylvester will know that if he can pick 1 wicket here, he'll perhaps have more than one hand on this victory. On the contrary, the batters should be able to know that that's the sole reason why Peter Aho has been tasked to bowl at this particular stage.
And that will go to the boundary ropes. Extra pace without caution results into a boundary. A very welcoming one for Team Botswana. Whichever way the runs come, they will welcome them with open arms.
Slightly short delivery, drifting down the leg side, and Tatayone gets just some glove to it. Keeper unable to hold that one. Runs all the way down. Valuable runs. Good passage here. Bit of a partnership that is being put together.
Drop and run. Boy, oh boy, do they run quick between the wickets. Giving out no opportunity.
They won't be worried about how they come. Whereas that 4 was a leg by. They will know that they've managed to get 6 runs in this over so far off the 3 balls. So for Botswana right now, they'll be looking to get at least another 4 runs in the next 3 to make it a 10-run over without damage of losing a wicket.
And a no ball has been called by Gusson. An effort ball being bowled by Peter. Just overstepping that one.
Another replay. Clearly looks right over the line. The line belongs to the umpire. It is a free hit. A chance for Pomelo Silas to try and go big.
Gets hit on the pads, doesn't make great use of the free hit.
Credit for me to the bowler, Peter Aho. Bowled that right in the block hole. Pomelo Silas tried to make some room there to open up that onside. But the big unit of Peter Aho followed him.
Another dotted delivery. apart from that boundary, which was unfortunate for Peter, he hasn't given much to the Botswana batsmen in this over.
That's true, but I do not think the Botswana players will mind that, because they will know that he's considered already close to 8 or 9 runs and he has not picked a wicket. Picking the wicket is the reason why Sylvester perhaps brought him back at this stage.
Beautiful shot, flicks that onto the leg side, and now an on drive for 4. Lovely connection, really flew off the bat. Plenty of power behind that one. Ends the 13th over with a boundary as the score is 85 for the loss of 4.
Things getting a bit interesting here at the Gahanga Kerovo in match number 8, match day number 4 of the ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode. Nigeria up against Botswana. Botswana need just 57 of 42 balls. Very, very gettable. And yet again, Isaac Danladi is going to be bowling from the pavilion end. It's a very big over because this is his final over. He's considered just 12 in his 3. The task for Botswana here is obviously not to let him pick a wicket. You feel that if he goes wicketless in this particular match, Botswana might clearly feel that they do have a chance. I see Classman still padded on. There is a possibility that he will come back to bat. Very, very important passage of play right now.
Ball number 1. Hits it past the bowler. Got a hand to it, but just enough to stop it from going far. They pick up a single with ease.
The required rate for Botswana for me is not too worrying. It's just 8, just a touch over 8.
Hits it down the ground. There will be a single as well. So they keep rotating the strike. They keep Isaac Danladi busy.
Very well played yet again from Pomelo Silas. They run through, they run hard, unable to come back. But I sense this is an afternoon for a hero to be born. The two batters batting very sensibly. It's key for them to, even if they got 6-7 at this stage, give themselves a chance at the last part of the inning. Tata Warner, yes, yet again does the right thing. Hits that down to long on. And there is a misfield, and more importantly, this misfield goes for 4 runs. Big, big moment, that one it is.
Oh, what a fumble there. Butterfingers. The captain cannot believe how it slipped through his hands for 4. Isaac, the brother.
Butterfingers there from Isaac. It costs Nigeria 4 runs, 6 runs so far off 3 balls.
Loud appeal and the finger will be raised. And that will be the end of Pomelo, the breakthrough that Nigeria. Tatayone, I beg your pardon, has got to depart. What a wicket. What a time for him to be walking back to the dugout. Outfoxed by that magical delivery of Danladi, who was wicketless so far.
Not too sure about that option from Titi. At a time his team needed him. Botswana required just 50 of 37. He's gone for 28, important 28. But he's given away his wicket at a time you felt that Botswana were putting on the charge. Momentum was with them. Sylvester Okpe was desperate for a wicket. And Isaac Danladi delivers.
What a wicket that was for Team Nigeria. But the job is not yet done, as the next man in is Munro. Castleman comes in. Great show of courage despite having that injury there.
Slight reminder about Graham Smith's inning against Australia. Very famous. Walked out to bat with a broken hand. Facing the likes of Mitchell Johnson. He'll easily go down as one of the greatest ever captains in international cricket, especially for his courage. The worry for me is Classman, well, he has come back. But how well will he be able to run hard, especially at this time when they need to turn ones into twos?
Goes for a big swing. The man at covers does really well to stop and put a hand to that. Yeah, we've pick up a single off the final delivery as we're done with 14 overs of play. It's 93 for the loss of 5. As we take a break here in the commentary box, there will be a change.
Botswana 93, I beg your pardon, from the loss of 5 wickets, 14 overs gone. He just lost a brilliant partnership of 50. Now it's between Tatayana Tose and Pumelo Kumalo. Now Monarchs Klassen has come back trying to bet through the pain. Smacks it away. He is not going to use his feet. He's been out of action, courtesy of that injury that he suffered earlier on. So he's going to try and muscle his team over the line.
A 4-ball changing ends, of course, Isaac Okpe. He doesn't need to run for those ones if he can smash it all the way for a maximum. Is the young Castleman.
And don't expect him to be taking quick singles. Anything from here on should be going to the fence. He has the license to do that. His team gets to 99 now. 43 required from 35.
But again, we have here on our cards, of course, 43 from 35. A little bit expensive this time around from Isaac Okpe. He went, of course, for 11 runs in his first over. And he's been, of course, welcomed by Maximum. What a way to start his second over. Just 1 run shy to that 3-digit mark is Team Botswana.
Deft touch. Oh, forgive me for saying he won't go for a quick single. He's running through the pain. Castleman, and the 100 is up for Botswana. There'll be claps from their dugout because they appreciate the effort of a man betting through pain. Pomelo 14 from 17. He's done well. He needs to continue.
Short ball cut away powerfully this time round. There's a fielder in the deep who can only play second fiddle. What an over it is turning out to be for Team Botswana.
A perfect time to come to the party. The flag will fly high for the Zebras of Botswana. And look at that shot with an offer from Isaac Okpe. No one in front of square. Played it well. Power, placement, everything. You tick it was perfect.
Coming off, of course, the sweet spot of his blade is Pemelo Silas putting on a show.
For the first time, required run rate has now gone below the scoring rate. Deft touch. And still he goes for the quick single. Good call from Castleman. A good over so far. 4 deliveries into it and they have 12 runs on the board. And they're putting up a fight, Botswana. They will go down fighting. And this is the Botswana that you want to see. Putting up a fight. Not giving up. We saw it in the previous game. They went up to 150 and they're bringing the same attitude into this one versus Nigeria.
And exactly what we've been talking about over their middle order batsmen contributing. You can see they're putting on a show with the bat. 4-ball driven
Cracked
halfway.
away. Good stop in the covers from Sylvester Okpe, but still they run. Castleman showing the power that he has, the time, just the timing that Monarchs possesses. How is that ability to drive on the full, even on the up, a magnificent feat to have as a better.
13 runs so far, a little bit expensive from the experienced Isaac Okpe. We haven't seen him go for his variation, the off-cutters. He's been bowling it quicker.
Plays well. And they will think of two here. And they'll settle for one. Good call. A beautiful over that they have had. And they pick up 14 runs from the 15th over. Botswana, 107 for the loss of 5. And from here on, it'll be 35 runs needed from 30.
Nearly a runner ball, you would say here.
Nigeria, they huddle up in the middle. When I say in the middle, they're just right there in the middle of the wicket. There'll be conversations as who gets to bowl the next lot of 5 overs. Who are we tending to right now? Sylvester Okpe in conversation with the group of youngsters that he has there.
Knowing Eli that Ridwan still has one more over, I would have gone to Ridwan, given that the young Castleman is not happy running in between the wickets. Would love to bring in the spinner and put back the pressure on these two, forcing them to go for the big shots. Where you stand a chance, of course, of picking up a wicket, but he has decided otherwise.
Settling for Vincent Adeoye. Pace on. Will that bring them the desired effect? I would have gone with you with the decision that you would have gone for to bring in Karim Ridwan, because it'll give you some room of overs to work with to try and bring it back. Looking for a single. They can't get it. Good start from Vincent.
That man there, Eli, he's the one reason they got to 141 with the bat. Vincent, they would love him to make an impact, of course, with that cherry in hand. Up against these two are looking to strike the balls neatly, I would say.
Works it leg side. That'll beat the fielder. It'll be a World-Cup boundary. The effort was there to try and stop it, but the shot from Pumelo was just too good. Pumelo Silas times it well.
A very classic there from the young Pumelo Silas into the pads, flicked away. Look at that, holding that shape for the cameraman, beating, of course, that fielder who chips in the diver, but in vain.
What started as a good over. Second ball goes for 4. Silas has 4 more deliveries to work out what he's going to do with them.
You would ask yourself, is this the same Pumelo Silas batting? Shot away, cut away, up and over. A fielder chips in the diver, but allowing it to go all the way to the boundary. Back-to-back boundaries here for Team Botswana, coming off the blade of the young Pumelo Silas, putting on a shot of his own.
Well, they say fortune favors the brave. Pumelo Silas going for a booming drive. Finds a thicket outside edge. If you look at it there, outside edge. Peter Au goes Superman on it, but doesn't get there, just fingertips to it. And it goes for 4. Walk-on boundary. Back to back, you said. And this will just give them a cushion to work with, but still a lot to think about for Sylvester Okpe, because right now, Vincent Adeoye has just been warned by the umpire for straying onto the danger field, danger area. Cut away. Fingertips to it. Not there. Runs away for 4. Welcome boundary to Team Botswana.
Much better line there from Vincent Adeoye, carrying off the pace. You would ask yourself, why not did he start with those variations? Why pace on, knowing that the batsmen are well set, ready to flash on anything offered?
Still a good over for Botswana. 9 runs off it. You have 2 more deliveries to work with here. Required is 6 and over. They have 9 from it. If they can get a few more from this one, they'll be happy. Pressure on Adeoye. He just knows how Botswana is on top of it. You don't want to bowl a delivery and you're not in the right framework of mind.
Just a span of 24 hours, the Yellow Greens have found themselves under pressure one more time by Team Botswana this time round. Change of pace, flicked away, no ball called by the umpire, Christian Gasana, looking to sneak in forward Debo. But the young Castleman tells Pomelo Silas, take him on, young man, already on 29 of 24. He is indeed a very expensive over from Vincent, going for 11 from his first 4 deliveries.
Oh my, that's a huge no ball. Nothing behind that line. All right, a license to Pomelo Silas to throw everything that he has at it. Shouts coming through. They're saying send it as far as you can from the dugout there.
Good feel he'll go on the offside, trying to play on the leg side.
Bottom edge, behind the keeper, fumble. They'll come back for 2. Vincent Adoye is not impressed with the fielding there. Nigeria have gone quiet in the field because they're under the pump right now, courtesy of some brilliant hitting from Pomelo Silas and Monarchs Castleman. Pomelo moves to 31 from 25. Where was this Botswana versus Uganda? Right, just some bit of stats. This is a 28-run partnership from 13 deliveries. 1 ball to go to end the 16th. Good one. Finishes off with a dot ball. 120 comes up for Botswana. And it'll be 120 for the loss of 5 after 16. Have a look at those worms there. At one point in time, it was all going Nigeria's way. Just up until the 14th over, when things changed. They lost the wicket, but the men that came in, that was Castleman, changed the things, found a few boundaries, and the trajectory of that worm has gone above that of Nigeria.
It's that man, Castleman. He looked to be in some pain by his zap on his feet, of course, after that treatment.
The physio should get a raise. He worked on Castleman, brought him back into the game, and what a fit of performance is it.
If they get, of course, over the line, who will be the undertaker of Team Botswana? The Maxwell of Australia on that game. I believe the Afghans will never forget that game.
You can compare him to Maxwell, but I'll tell you, Pomelo Silas will say, I want my name. As well as Morris Castleman say, remember Castleman. Don't remember Maxwell. This is my time right here in Kigali, Rwanda, the Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Oh, nearly chopping it on, but he's trying to squeeze the single. They get it. Good call by Pomelo Silas. Called it loud and clear. He will check on his mate. Are you okay? He says, don't worry. We're good. It's all thumbs up from here.
Very, very good energy between those two. And I love the fact that every single good delivery from the Yellow Greens, they've made sure they've picked a wicket. I beg your pardon, a single, these two in the middle.
Right. 21 needed from 23. Shout of no. Peter Au is the new man that has been given the ball to try and see out the 17th over. 1 run given so far out of the 2 that he has delivered.
I don't mind the thinking of Pomelo Silas trying to play him on the leg side, of course, with pace on offer and the fine leg inside the ring. He knows anything that touches his blade is going to be a boundary.
Definitely, that's a big area. Square leg is pretty wide, and so that will be a target area if Peter Au strays onto the leg side. Straighter, right off the middle. Nearly taking Peter Howe off his feet there in the effort to field it. If it continues in this way, as long as they're picking up singles, Botswana are still in the hunt for their first win in this tournament.
Oh, what a game we have here on our cards. Long off, long on. And a deep square leg and a long off fielder. Yeah, the only fielders outside the ring, interestingly, for Peter Aho. I would love him to go quick and full and straight.
Pulled away. Into the air it goes. Fielder under it. Saves the 6. Good work out in the deep. Oh my. What a brilliant piece of fielding out there in the deep. He was staring right into the sun but never took his eyes off it. Pushed it back into play. Castleman had held the pose thinking that it would go all the way, but he was able just to knock it back into play. Vincent Adeoye. Marvelous feat of fielding there.
Saving inside, of course, 5 runs. 5 crucial runs. Is a Vincent.
Deep pocket. They settle for 1. Good bowling so far from Peter Aho, but also great and excellent pieces of fielding, especially from Vincent Adeoye, because by just pushing that one back, he has saved his team 5 runs, meaning so far in this over, it's only 4 runs that have been conceded with a delivery to go. Peter Aho will be encouraged to finish off well, bowling the 17th over.
I love the fact that they've rotated the strike, of course. They are facing the best bowler in the yellow greens. Full striding down the leg side. More misery for the yellow greens.
Still okay, it's still fine. Just 5 conceded from the over. Nigeria will still be okay with that. And they're hoping, they're praying that Peter Howe will bring it back again. And he has to bowl it again. Meanwhile, Botswana will say this is another opportunity to score big. If they get a boundary, it goes into their favor. They need 17 from 19. You'd want to work that 17 down to a smaller figure earlier on so that you don't have pressure in the last over.
And knowing exactly that Team Botswana doesn't bat deep, they would love to pick up a wicket. Oh, Paisona this time round nearly takes the off stump.
Dot ball to end the 17th. Good one from Peter Owl. Right there. Look at that excellent piece of fielding from Vincent Adeoye. Jumped as high as he could, pushed it back into play. Saved a definite 6 there. 5 runs he saved. 17 overs done. It's 125 for the loss of 5 for Botswana. Those Manhattans, if you are a Botswana fan, you'll see it over number 11, 13, 15 and 16. They mattered the most. That's when the game changed into their favor despite losing a wicket. Pushing and digging deep, the Zebras of Botswana. Little chatter between the two, how they're going to go about the last 18 deliveries to go. Target still remains 142, but it's not what the 142 needs. They need lesser than that. 17 to be exact from 18 deliveries.
Big moments here as the captain has gone back to the most expensive bowler of the chaser, Isaac Okpe. He has a deep point, interestingly, and a deep extra cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket. You would feel he's going to try attack the off stump.
Just to give you some stats, comparing over by over scenario. Nigeria at the same exact point, they were on 121 for the loss of 9 wickets. Botswana are 125 for the loss of 5. And they have 5 wickets in hand, better. Strategies in play. Third man drops to the boundary. Carl Corner comes in. Isaac decides no. He brings third man back into the circle. Sends back Carl Corner. The two brothers not agreeing in terms of who has to go where, but the bowler, you will be given the field that you want.
You would feel he's going to go wide. Full ball, misses it completely is the young Silas. He is living with himself, of course.
Huge grunt from Pomelo Silas. Missing a full toss, but the full toss was well placed. It was outside off stump. Dipping on him. Now 70 needed from 17.
With the way he's, of course, set his field, you would feel he's going to go wide and Yorkers. Oh, very...
For the offside. They're going to push for 2. But good fielding from Sylvester Okpe. Just keeps it 2-1. So 16 needed from 16.
Very good there from Silas, making sure he gets the young Castleman who loves playing inside outer.
Monroe's Castleman has a look on the leg side. I feel that's the region that he'll be targeting. He might shimmer across his stumps there because that's a vacant scoring region. Too wide. Too wide. An extra is not what Nigeria needs right now. Discipline is what will be called into play right now. They're hitting that line that belongs to the umpire. And a bit of exercise for him, stretching.
Pressure getting the best out of Isaac Okpe. But I love the thinking from the big man.
Opens the face of the blade. Finds a man in that deep pocket. A very wide-ish third man. Just keeps it to 1. It's still in Botswana's favor. Castleman. I'm feeling a bit of cramp there, trying to stretch the hamstring. Pomelo Silas now on strike, 34 from 31. If ever he has battered his life out, it's today. In the air, it'll fall short of Isaac Danladi at long on. Came off the toe end of the bat. And that's why I didn't go the distance. The Botswana dugout will breathe a huge sign of relief that he's still there. Trying to go for that straight boundary, the shortest boundary. Looking to go straight. But didn't have enough power.
Tell you, if he gets his team over the line, is the young Pomelo. He would have played a gem of an innings. Full toss driven powerfully up and over. But there's protection in the deep. Taiwo, who cuts it off to only 1 run.
Full toss played with a straight bat. Castleman, you'll be fortunate enough he didn't have a lot of power on it because it would have gone straight to the man sitting on the boundary there, Vincent. 12 needed from 13. 130 comes up for Botswana. Coming down to the last delivery of the over. It's been a good one from Isaac Okpe. And just 5 from it. Wants to finish off well. Big Eve straight. Now just pick up a single. Now pick up a single. Ends the 18, 131 for 5. So from here, 11 will be needed from 12.
And the captain's fly has gone back to Peter Aho. Crucial over here in the game.
Botswana are well placed. They need 11 of 12. At this stage, they are 131 for 5. Nigeria were 125 for the loss of 9. They conceded 19 runs in the last over. Owl to Pumelo Silas. Pushes offside, leg side rather. Gets one. They're still okay, Botswana. Still being encouraged. But good start from Peter Owl. They can just plug in a series of dot balls. You bring Nigeria back. That's what they need. If they can get 4 dot balls in this particular over, they build the pressure. And you know when pressure builds up in a cooker, anything can happen.
Into the pads again, flicked away, flicked finer. There's protection in the deep. Vincent, who cuts it off to only one runner. They keep rotating the strike at these two. But again, when you look at the way Peter Aho, he is bowling in the right channels. But again, with the pace on, these two fielders, third man and final, are inside the ring. Anything that touches the inside blade of one of these two batsmen, I'll tell you.
The length will be key for Peter Owl. His length and line will be key. Into the block hole. Bring it on, says Pumelo Silas. 9 needed from 9. It's game on. And this is what I'm saying. You string in a few dot balls. You add a little bit of energy to it. Anything can go. Botswana, they're in this fight. Pumelo Silas is geared up. 37 from 35.
Yet to have, of course, a super over in this ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode.
Gives himself room, leg side. And he gets one. And still good. It'll be 8 needed from 8. You're talking about a super over. It was just crossing my mind. Yeah. Could we be going there? Maybe you were speaking too soon. It'll take a moment of brilliance from either sides to get over the line. Who shall take up that mantle to say, it is I? Monarchs Councilman 16 from 14. He has added impetus into their run chase here.
We haven't seen any of these two going innovative for that scoop shot.
Trying to get power behind it. He'll pick up one again. Still a good over for both teams. 4 given away. Peter Owl bringing in all of his experience. Meanwhile, Botswana, they are clawing their way, trying to get over the line. Now on 135 for 5. One more delivery to go in the 19th over. I always say that this is the over that maketh the match. With an offer, beats the man at point. This is what I said, the man that finishes on top on this over gets over the line, and in this occasion 8 runs come off Peter Owl. Botswana will feel like this one is now within their grasp. They move to 139 for 5 after 19 overs.
What a blow there from Pumelo Silas with an offer, flashes bigger, beats that fielder at point, who almost had a finger on that delivery, but allowing it to go all the way to the boundary. Look at the dugout, up on their feet. They know how much.
All their fingers are clapped. Some are saying a little prayer because they understand the magnitude of this game. Even their coach grasping his hands tightly, I would say. 3 needed from 6 in the last over. Monarchs Castleman 17 from 15. Botswana, they had Nigeria on the back foot earlier on when Nigeria was batting. But Nigeria clawed their way back. And now in a similar manner, Botswana are trying to claw their way back into gaining their first win of the tournament. Isaac Okpe has been given the honors to bowl the penultimate over, in which Botswana need 3 from 6. And here we go. Everybody is pegged almost in front of the man that's batting. It's just only third man that is behind the wicketkeeper. Everybody that is in front of them is on the circle. But again, the discussion between Sylvester Okpe and Isaac changed. He brings in long off and long on into the circle. Sweep on the offside. Cow corner on the leg side. Third man. Plays it down. They pick up one. They now need 2 from 5.
Pamela Silas back on strike. Can he be the hero? He's absolutely played the gem of an innings. That 42 of 37. If he gets his team over the line, it might be the best innings of his career.
42 from 37. Up in the air. Isaac Danladi. What a take! Looking to send his team over the line was Pamela Silas. Hits it straight up in the air. No control over that. Isaac Danladi running backwards. Had the decency to keep his eye on the ball. Then just when people thought it was over him, goes aerial. People go in a frenzy and appreciate the thought of him picking up that. Pamela Silas will depart. 42 from 37.
Very good catch indeed from the man. You cannot leave out of action. Is Isaac Danladi. Change of pace on that occasion. That was the single taken by Castleman, allowing, of course, the young Silas trying to go over the infield. Good feel for him. But what a take there. At some point I thought it is a plane. We are next to the airport, of course, here. But he was that man, Isaac Danladi. You will never keep him out of action. And knowing that the new batsman is going to be at the crease facing.
Oh, everybody's going to come inside the circle here because they're trying to save 2. 2 from 4. And that is what Botswana need. And there's a new bet at the crease. Botswana fans still believing that their flag will fly high because it's still in their favor. 2 needed of 4. Cutler Pete comes to the crease, facing Isaac Ope, needing 2 from 4. Bowled him! What a strike by Isaac Ope! What a match we're having! The momentum is swinging from Botswana's favor. It is going to Lagos, Nigeria.
The momentum, of course, switching like the breeze here. In no time, he is on a hat-trick. Is Isaac Okpe bringing out all the experience he possesses. He was, of course, expensive. He's been given the task to defend 2 of 3 now.
Oh my. What a match that we're having here. At one point, it was all for the taking for Botswana. They needed 3. 3 from 5. Now, they will need 2 from 3. Isaac Okpe on a hat-trick. Keep working. And that's the shout out from the 12th man. Believing that Isaac Okpe can get a hat-trick here. He can defend 2 from 3. Buemo Kumalo walks onto the park. Castleman feeling hopeless, watching from the non-striker's end. All of his efforts of 18 might just go down the drain if Buemo is not able to put bat to ball. Wide. Scores are level. Botswana will need 1. They still need 1 from 2. From 3 rather. A moment where you would expect discipline from Isaac Okpe to stick to the line that has given him 2 wickets. And on the hat-trick ball, he bowls a wide. Danladi will pat him on the back and say, mate, let's stick to the plan. Buemo Kumalo, you need to get bats on ball and run. Meanwhile, Sylvester Okpe will talk to his charges. The wicketkeeper gets a helmet. He's going to come up the stumps. So it won't be full pace that you will expect. Strategies coming into play here. Plans, ploys. Defending 2 from 3. Did you ever been in this situation?
I used to love these kind of situations, Eli. Just need to get back on ball. A lot of conversations, of course, around here in those men in yellow and green. But what a game we have here on our cards. You would see from the young Castleman getting ready there at the ninth striker as if he wants to break the record of Usain Bolt.
Here we go. Here we go. A warning. Isaac Okpe warns Castleman, don't be too smart, chap. Don't try to steal one here. Stay behind the line or else. Punches it, tries to run. Hesitation. Good ball. Top ball. What a ball. It is all happening out there. Isaac Okpe using his height to reach out for that one to keep it. Still needing 1 from 2 deliveries.
Almost going 3 meters up is Isaac Okpe. He is, of course, a tall lad. You would feel the pressure now. Look at that dugout. Vino, of course, he knows it is not yet done. Big moment now.
Fielders all around the bat. There we go. Punches it, they run. And he's in. The umpire says it in. Botswana, they cross over the line. They pick up their first win. Castleman jumps onto Buemo. They celebrate. And for the first time, after 3 encounters, on the 4th one, Botswana wins versus Nigeria. They will win by 3 wickets.
Handshakes there from the dugout, of course. That man Pereira, but he will tell you that shot number 42, Pamelo Silas, has put on the show here with the blade.
Now, what a day to remember for the Zebras of Botswana. The flag will fly high. It will fly high. Even if you try to hold it down, it's still being taken up. They have put up one of their best performances so far as I've seen them. And in this tournament, they have shown that they've got great determination and fight. Nigeria had thought that they had put up a decent total to defend. But however, the Zebras fighting their way back, winning by 3 wickets. It's smiles for the man in blue and black.
A lot of smiles there as the two sides give each other a handshake. Of course, a little bit disappointed is that man, Steve Tikolo, the coach of the Yellow Greens. Back-to-back losses for Team Nigeria, allowing, of course, Team Botswana to get their first victory in the ILT20 Continental Cup, powered by Fancode. Botswana putting off a haste, beating Team Nigeria by 3 wickets. There you see the batting chart of Team Botswana. That man, the undertaker of Botswana, not out for his 18, but I'll tell you, is Pamelo Silas, 42 of 38, that has turned the tides of Team Botswana to beat Team Nigeria.
As you have a look at the bowling card of Nigeria, Sylvester Okpe trying to lead from the front, went for 16 from 4. Peter Awo also tried to bring things back into contention. 4 overs 28. Pick of the bowlers, Isaac Okpe, Karim Ridwan, all picked 3 wickets, but they were not able to defend the 141 they set. 19 extras they gave away. It came in handy for Botswana to win by 3 wickets. That's the match summary. Nigeria put in to bat, scoring 141. Vincent Adeo, Kendi 22, Isaac Danladis 21 came in handy. Salim Salau pushed in with 18. Moleki and Tatayona picked up 2 wickets apiece, but however, it's Pamelo Silas who stands out with a magnificent performance. Standing so far, Uganda top the table, 4 in 4, 8 points, magnificent net run rate of 4.23. Meanwhile, Botswana, they pick up their first win today, and they have 2 points on the table, better net run rate than Rwanda of minus 1.7. Yeah, this is the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. So tomorrow, Nigeria were in action today. They will face off against Uganda. That'll be the first game for tomorrow on the 8th of December. Local time, 9:15. That's when things kick off. Then in the afternoon, Botswana take on Rwanda again. The teams at the bottom face off against each other as they try to add up a little more points at 1:45. All of this will be happening right here at the Gahanga Cricket Stadium in the capital of Rwanda of Kigali. In the land of 1,000 hills, perfectly depicted by that beautiful scenic picture. We go down for the post-match presentation with Zayed Khan.
Where was Zayed going without? What are you post-matching? You're post-matching what?
Good afternoon and welcome everybody once again here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. This is Zaid Khan and this is the post-match presentation of the ILT20 Continental Cup powered by Fancode. What a game we've had this afternoon between Team Nigeria and Team Botswana. Team Botswana winning by the barest of margins. Earlier on at the toss, Nigeria won the toss and opted to bat first, posting 141 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. Following it up, the Botswana team broke it down to the run chase. I'd like to first call upon the captain of Team Nigeria, Sylvester. Sylvester, what a game we've got. Where do you think it all went down?
I felt when we were batting, we didn't score enough runs like we should. We didn't look after the wickets coming that much, so that was what really first started.
And how's the feeling out there in the middle defending that one run off the last over?
We're very positive at first. We thought with our bowling we could do something. The Botswanans, they did really well to push us back.
A few more runs you think would have been enough?
Yeah, obviously. Like I said, we didn't score enough runs up front, so that was what gave us those. That was what put us on the back foot. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. And now the captain of Team Botswana, Karabo Motlange. Congratulations for winning the game here this afternoon. What a game you've provided us and for the viewers. And what does it mean? What does this win mean for your side?
Obviously a very important win for us. It's been a tough three games to start off with. I think we've played well in patches. well enough to win the game in patches, but we're just glad that we got over the line today and hopefully onwards and upwards from here.
The 50-run partnership out there in the middle when your side had lost 5 wickets. What was going through your mind at that particular point?
To be honest, we have all faith in the batters. Those are 2 batters out there at the end of the day, and that pitch is still quite flat. When we got to 142, even though we had hoped that it was less, we still had faith all along.
What is your personal message as a skipper to your boys?
Just keep the belief, keep doing the things right that we're trying to do right. I think we are getting better. I think even though yesterday wasn't the best day, we came through today, and that's what shows. That's how the game is. You wake up every day and do your best.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. We've had exceptional performances throughout the course of play today. We've got the likes of Tatayone scoring 28 of 24 balls with 2 wickets to his name. Munro playing a brave innings, adding 17 runs to the score of Team Botswana. I would like to call upon the match official for handing out the player of the match, Damasen. The player of the match is none other than Tatayone, scoring 28 of 24 balls. I beg your pardon, it's Famelo Silas scoring 42 of 38 deliveries. Congrats, Silas. What a knock that was out there, and what was going through your mind, and what kept you going?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank the men from above and the coach for giving me opportunity to showcase my skills. Well, walking in, I didn't have much pressure because we needed like 7 to 8 overs, so it was just building up partnership and innings. That was all.
What was the toughest part of that chase, and where do you think the partnership really built up?
I think the partnership started with me and Tatayone. There wasn't really much pressure, to be honest. It was just milking singles and taking the game deep. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. And that will be the end of the post-match, as we'll be back tomorrow when Uganda take on Team Nigeria as the host nation take on Team Botswana. Signing out is Zaid Khan.